Moki Ogu, as we are getting into the program again, we're going on like Bokbo attack Buhari, what is it, ja prison, right?
It's time to start the
I think threatening in Lily. What is that prison? Soldier or little confusion. Have you come and threaten media? I think it's soldier now threatening media. I say good morning again as we're about to go into our breakfast. We hope we can link it with the Star Radio. So that means we might be here for up to 3 hours or maybe a little bit more. If enough data, I can't do anything to that. Our reason to actually get the hell out of Nigeria is for that reason as well. Moki Wogua, as we say, good morning and welcome once again to the conversation. But we are not fully set yet. So I'm still putting all the structures in place for all the platforms. Let's go back to this again.
It's time to start the track.
Nǹkan máa fi ń tẹ́tí lélẹ̀ wọ́n orí nǹkan kan fi ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn tó kidnap àbáwọn tó ń ṣe jàǹbá ẹ káàárọ̀ ìyá mi Janet. This is what the Nigerian soldier used to threaten you. Let's educate you again this morning. Those of you that are still thinking like the country. Ẹ dìde. Kò ń ṣagbára tiwa, Ọlọ́run ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ a reclaim tiwa padà. Maybe the next prison will be Kirikiri prison. Lọ́mọ bomb. I've listened to one of the journalists on the ground, but Oku platform méjì, Oku there. After that, we're gonna roll out. Simone. Mo ṣe record label o. Ẹ tó bá ń bínú. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run ọba Elédùmarè, tá bá ti ń jí iṣẹ́ ti yá nílẹ̀. ìtí sójà máa fi ń tẹ́tì náà lélẹ̀ kò ju fìlà yìí lọ àti yúnífọ́ọ̀mù wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Boko Haram pa ṣégè sí wọn lára. bó bá wọlé lọ síwájú nọ́mbà 10 Downing Street báyìí kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe sí. bọ́yìn tó fi ń tẹ́tì ní Nàìjíríà lélẹ̀. Kuje prison, Olon trend lower 36,000 tweets. Nigeria has finally reached its final bus stop. But some people are saying, hey, it's not Nigeria. Let's hear the sound that took place last night.
If you can hear the sound now, Kuje prison is under attack, serious attack. You can hear the sound of bullets. This is the sound of the bullet. Serious attack.
Serious attack.
They've been shooting.
Okay.
God help Nigeria.
God help Nigeria. Oh. Hey, hey, Jesus.
If you can hear the sound now, Kuje prison is under attack.
Kuje prison is under attack. Oh. Serious attack. Oh. God help us. Oh.
Serious attack.
Serious attack. Oh. Prisoner don't run away. Oh.
God help Nigeria.
Hey, God help Nigeria. Oh. Yeah, come on, Agbakolo. Jesus. Mo fi ti Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè a tún fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò yìí. A kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa níbikíbi tí Ọlọ́run ọba bá ní kẹwàá tí ẹ tún máa láǹfààní àti kọ́gbọ́n láti mọ̀ pé ìlú kan wà tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà. Ìlú yẹn ó ti rìnrìn àjò kan tí kò ní padà wá láyé. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá àtàwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ Ìgbò àtàwúsá wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà ò ní pín aná Ọlọ́run ọba ló ń ṣe ètò ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe àwa. Ọlọ́run ní òun ti parí iṣẹ́ yẹn òun dẹ̀ ti dé ládé kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó lè dá padà. Ìrìn àjò Ọlọ́run ni. Let's get this first. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa forílẹ̀ ibi wa kàgbéga 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 fàlérí ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. A very good morning and welcome. Yoruba freedom now. Oduduwa nation we stand. The Yoruba are over 60 million. It is better to face ourselves, find where we went wrong and solve our problems. Speak with one voice, looking at each other's among states to lift up the less ones and turn our nation, Yoruba nation, to a competitive nation in order to achieve a better goal that is good for the life of our children, youth, and children yet unborn. To become a great nation where they are of the same natives, culture, tradition, language. These are the reasons I want us to know why the Yorubas are asking to leave Nigeria peacefully. These are the reasons that I'm going to read out again. Àwọn ìdí pàtàkì tí a ṣe ń sọ pé ká má ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà. Yoruba tribe was a nation and a country before the 1914 amalgamation. Nigeria was forced upon us over 100 years. This created injustice and atrocities against the Yorubas by the Fulanis, causing, number one, increasing on terrorism and banditry, killings, raping, kidnapping, racial abuse to our sisters, fathers from their farmland. Number two, Fulanis are enslaved us in our land. Number three, they are occupying all positions in the Yoruba province in all government offices, e.g., the Port Authority, Airport Authority, Immigration Services, Customs Services, Military, Police Force, and many more. Nigeria has failed us and now on fire. We need our freedom. Mo fi ti Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè, mo fi kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Don't tell me to speak in Yoruba. You don't control this program. I am in charge, okay? I am not your media in Nigeria that dress like this with their media outfit and the military is running after them. So you are here to be listening. I am not AIT. I am not channels. I am not TVC. I am not NTA. I am not all the journalists at home that do not have the balls because they are not like Delegiwa. They don't want to be killed. Lè sọ̀rọ̀ lórí rédíò wa o. They don't have the balls. Yesterday, Lai Muhammad, bàbá lórí burúkú yẹn tó ní ṣàǹfààní. Gbogbo yín máa ṣọkú pátápátá látòkè délẹ̀. Every single one of you that is running this government, ẹ máa ṣọkú ni. He was in London. He sneaked in because kò ní jẹ́ kí irú àwa mọ̀ because ọmọ kìtà bá mọ̀ èmi ìyá mi Janet àti gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá a máa lọ bá níwájú ibi tó bá wà. We are not going to do anything more than what we call a civilized society here, but we will protest just as we were running after Osibajo. Osibajo was sneaked out of that school when he came here through the back door. Wọ́n bí yẹ ẹ̀dá wọ́n bí bàbá ẹ̀dá kó jáde síta níbi táwa when we went there. You all saw it. But now they are coming into the country quietly. Ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn tó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ̀ pa ń bọ̀ London o. Because they know that when they come here, we will teach them the lesson. We are not going to be fighting punch. You see the way I was talking to the shit old DSS that is holding Nnamdi Kanu when they came to UK. They couldn't do no jack shit to me. Because I live in a civilized society and I have the right to speak. But those of you in Nigeria will never be given that right. And this is what they're using to scare every single one of you. This outfit. So the media has already compromised. They are trying. So let's give kudos to them. But they don't have the balls like how Babangida killed Delegiwa because Delegiwa was giving the news that no other journalist has the balls, or the balls rather, to say. But you cannot sit in UK and be doing the same thing. Let's come back home and do it together. You will get killed before I get home if you don't react. You will be a victim. It's just a matter of when, how. You can now see that the terrorists now have the audacity, the power, supported by the same Fulani government to attack a prison in Abuja, the federal capital city. But yet, there's a problem. Some of you are still waiting for CNN to tell you that Nigeria has finally collapsed. Some of you are still waiting. I'm not happy the way my father is here. So let me see if I can. I don't know why it's not pinning properly. Yoruba gbọ́n ẹ̀yẹ́ máa wòrán. Àti bá ti fèlè mu nísìn èyí tó fi ń yọ mí lẹ́nu yẹn. At least I want his face because that is the general that was chasing the Fulani out of our forest. But àwọn Yorùbá kan ní, he was the problem o, ẹ lé Ìgbòho jáde kí àlàáfíà lè jọba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, kí àlàáfíà lè jọba nílẹ̀ Haúsá, ẹ̀rí bá àlàáfíà ṣe ń jọba nílẹ̀ Igbo. The military are killing the Igbos and believing that every one of them wants Biafra. Not every Igbo people want Biafra, just as not every Yoruba people want Biafra. Not be every one of them, but they are making what they call massacre, killings on a daily basis. But every single one of you is waiting for Jesus Christ to come down and rescue you. You will be a victim and you will be killed. And I will just say R.I.P., just like those that died in a war. I'm sorry to say, because none of you are speaking out. We are not in military era. The military will not be able to kill everybody if you all come out and demand at least security for your people. I'm not saying you should come and support Yoruba nation or Biafra nation or the breakup of Nigeria. But if you do not come out and react to the insecurity in Nigeria, you will be killed. As simple as that. And this is the people that you are scared of, Abi. But you don't want to die. But the economy is shrinking on you. Your life has been mortgaged. You are waiting for the diaspora. You are waiting for Igboho. For those of you Yoruba people, you are waiting for the same Nnamdi Kanu that was kidnapped, rendition back to Nigeria. You are waiting for him before you come out and demand that you cannot be sitting at home for the last 5 months as university student. You are waiting for Muhammad. Inshallah. You are waiting for Ogun. You are waiting for Orisha. You are waiting for Shango. Who is calling us? Please do not call me, please. I've lost one of the phone with the children in the house, so I'm actually using one phone for the Twitter. Please do not call me because I could. Emma me more on the live program, please. Emma me more busy in the scene. And I'm very, very bitter because Nigerians are crazy people. And we must tell you the way it is because you are all crazy people. If what is happening in Nigeria was happening in one tiny African country, the country would have gone. But some of you are crazy. You are waiting for us, the diaspora, when you should be shutting down all the express, the airport, everything to say, come on, be why? You say, we are sitting down at home for the last 5 months and we are angry. And the international community will feel your pinch. But the international community, I've seen every one of you as lazy bastard. You are thinking that United Nations will come and rescue you. No, they're not going to come, but they want to see that the government mishandle you and kill you. You will know whether they can come or not. You will know whether Americans will come and protest on your behalf in America. You will know whether the British, the loyal British citizen will come out, just as they came out for you when they killed you during the EndSARS. You are waiting. Your life is literally now shrinking on a daily basis. Ayé yín ti ń sún bí ìfun tó wà nínú in tó fẹ́ jáde lára yàn. Ẹ ń dúró de Koiki Media. You are waiting for Igboho. You are waiting for Simon Ekpa. You are crazy people back there. Crazy people. I don't even understand what you are waiting for. When you should be shutting down that nothing is going to move until they pay our lecturer so that we can go back to school. But you are waiting for all the freedom fighters that are outside, campaigning on a daily basis that Nigeria is now a crime scene. You are waiting, Andrew. You are thinking that the diasporas that are already sending more than $32 billion and where the Fulani controls our money. Because when I come to Nigeria, I have to go to the black market to exchange my dollar. I cannot do that in the bank. So you are waiting. You will wait until you get killed. We care about you. The reason why we are out every day, whether it's the Biafra, whether it is the freedom fighter, or whether it's just somebody that do not agree with us, but knows that Nigeria is in a shit hole. Enduro pé kí àwa ṣe wá sílé ká wá darapọ̀ mọ́ yín kẹ́ tó react. Have you been given something to drink that does not give you the same vibe, the same energy that we have outside? Oh, Koiki, shut up, oh. They're going to kill us, oh. You are fucking being killed every day before. You don't even have food in your house. You don't have house on you. You don't have security. You don't have welfare. Why don't you just get the fuck and get out there and shut the whole fucking country down? There's no government that is running Nigeria as we speak right now. The center is not holding. It is the best time to shut the fucking country down. But you are waiting for us. You will be killed. You all will be massacred by the terrorist agenda of this government. You think there will be election in 2023? The Fulani will not allow election to hold. They will destabilize the country. They will kill as many Nigerians, and then the international community. There's genocide happening in Nigeria. Let's watch this first video. Idiot all over the place. You are enduro for all the freedom fighters to come in the house force. Don't you understand that the magnitude of what we are doing outside is what is making the world to at least react? But they want to see you on the street of Lagos, in Enugu, in Anambra. They want to see you in the north. They want to see you in Sokoto, even everywhere. Shut down the fucking network of Nigeria. And you will see the reaction that if no business is operating for 1 week alone in Nigeria today, you will see that the world will react. But the world is not seeing that from you fucking idiot youths at home. You lori buruku. You are waiting for me to come back home. You will be killed. Your parents will die without having a good health care. You will not be able to give birth because you will die in that fucking shit hole hospital. You will all die before we rescue you. You will all die. We will rescue you because you have all been locked. Like I said, I use these. This is what Nigeria has done to you. They've locked you in the pepe. And everybody, hey, Onjomio, hey, Ajetimomio, hey, witchcraft. No, there's no witchcraft. There's no fucking witchcraft. It is all illusion. It is poverty. And you will die. You will all die. Nnamdi Kanu has done his best. All the freedom fighters across the globe, they have done their best. Even those that do not believe in the breakup of the fucking shithole country knows that your life is now under a threat. And if you do not come out in your thousands, the world is not going to do anything. All they will do some few things. They will do some bit of media talk, just as we have it here. Let's watch this.
Waging an insurgency to try to overthrow the government and rid the country of Christians. Now human rights groups are asking the White House to stop the carnage.
They are asking the White House to stop the carnage when the fucking youth are not coming out. You are waiting. Don't tell me not to use the F word. It's just a normal word. Okay? Okay? Shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. Don't tell me, hey, go F word. I don't live in the shithole country like you. America will not react if they do not see you out there with the placard, shouting, complaining, burning the tires. If you like burn all the buildings, I don't give a fuck. Let's go and watch more.
In Syria and Iraq, the top general of U.S. Special Operations Command in Africa is warning that Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other Islamic terror groups are now trying to take over parts of the continent's most populous nation. Major General Dagvin Anderson says Muslim terrorists have set their sights on Nigeria's southern and northwestern regions, and the U.S. is now sharing specific intelligence with the country.
So this intelligence sharing is absolutely vital, and we stay fully engaged with the government of Nigeria to provide them an understanding of what these terrorists are doing.
Their goal? Eventually turn Nigeria into a Muslim country.
Their goal. I hope you are getting the message. And everybody, hey, Peter Obi, Obi Kereke, Obi Idiama, Gwagaya PDC. Hey, Tinubu, Atiku, Etiya Wiri. Etiya Wiri. You are all mad. You think the terrorist is going to let you go and vote? They are going to use bomb to explode your head off. I will see your head on the street of Lagos. I will see your head on the street of Anambra. I will see your head in Abuja, just as Kuje prison. They are just doing testing. They are just testing their device. Make I drink my vitamin C. They are just doing testing. They never start. They are just doing what they call testing. Let's try if this bomb will work in Kuje prison. Where is the soldier? Soldier don't run away. I was reading a comment from a Twitter yesterday, and the guy said, I saw some soldier going, but I did not see a replacement. That means the soldier will get the one will get brain. Maybe don't hear say Boko Haram they come. ISWAP they come. Kuje prison. They don't go. Your head will be blown off. Our family will be killed. Oh, you think I don't have family there? One Odumbo. Every Yoruba land must be vigilant. The intelligence that we are getting is after Ileya, as you celebrate Ileya. And sometimes I just love when my people say that you are celebrating Ileya. Oh, it's good. But I hope as we are not going to finish that Ileya, I will be here in UK. I'm waiting for that report. Look, I cannot pray that there should not be an attack. There will be an attack. Forget it. Me, I not be that kind of thing. Make there be attack for church, for mosque, for hospital. Make there be attack. Don't you think I'll be here and be deceived? You think I'm those people deceiving you? That there will not be, there will be attack, oh. Because there was an attack yesterday that they called Jesus Christ. So, hey, Jesus Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, I beg you. 38, that's all you know how to do. Hey, go and retweet. What is trending? Hey, Kuje, arise. Hey, Kuje, oh, hey, Kuje. You will be killed. You will die. And I will come here and use you as my... Onígàrí ni o, Fúlàní ni o, yeah. Wọ́n ti jí wa gbé o, ẹgbẹ́ ń pe bàbá Koiki ní UK o. You are mad. We can all stop it now, okay? But you don't want to stop it. You know why? Because you love your oppressor. You are waiting for Sowore to still come out and do what he has been doing, even though we know say Sowore cannot be president. You are waiting for who again? Tell me, give me their names. You are waiting for all this celebrity. You are waiting for all this Olori Buruku actor. We are wọ́n pa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, wọ́n ní kí Tinubu lọ ṣe, Tinubu Olori Buruku ó wà ní France nísìn, ó tún lọ bá àwọn criminals. Ó lọ bá wọn ṣe pàdé. Mo dé Ọ̀tẹ̀dọ́lá ọmọ àlè. Do you know Ọ̀tẹ̀dọ́lá is a criminal? These guys are all criminals. We are here in UK. Let him come and sue me. They are all criminals that you all, hey, DJ. You know, I don't want to finish his name. DJ, hey, Obio, you don't fuck that girl. You don't give her belly. You don't take pikin. Wait, Obio, we get money. Wait. Hey, Tonto Dike Inyash. Tonto Dike Inyash, yo. Tonto Dike Inyash. Hey, what you put it? Oloshi. Tonto Dike we get money do nyash. Were. You never chop. You dey use your small data. They go watch Tonto Dike. Your dick they do like this. I think on them big back on the Were. Tano tu ambe. Linda Ikeji yo. Hey, Dele Mamadou. He didn't. That one he's just a cruise everywhere. He won't be president. They not give him ticket. Were ni gbogbo yin. Were ni gbogbo yin. Were. Eti ya were. Terrorists is attacking. With they shout, with they beg, with they talk. You say we any were. Tell me why ya were. They go take me, go North Middlesex Hospital. Oh, I think Martin. Hey, this guy don't run mad. But for now, British don't see that. They don't look at me and say, this guy, you know they sleep. British MI5. Hey, this guy, where does he get the energy? You know they sleep. You be wary. I know you have it. Hey, JJC, Skills, and Funke Akindele, they don't break. Wary. The two of them, they get money. Wary people you be. Wary people. And then the small palace phone where you get. Hello. Wọ́n ti jẹ́ fún mi gba ojú ẹ̀dẹ́gbẹ́. Wọ́n ti jẹ́. Wèrè. Àwọn tó ń bọ̀. This one, they don't get. You see, terrorists don't have nemesis. Terrorists are the most wicked people all over the world. Make I drink my own. This one are my own energy. Terrorists don't give a shit. Weary. Now the people will get booze. You go watch on YouTube, on Twitter, where you should all be coming out. I understand the military will try to suppress you, but you can do violent if they do anything that is you know what I mean? But you know the weight. Don't decay. Look at the bottom. It is shake like that. What do you put for there? Weary. Those one get money now. The person where they sleep with don't decay, if the yash go flat, he go to America, they go pump him again. He will come back again. If that one say one become deputy governor, they are confusing your head. Mad people in that shit hole. Mad people. There's an agenda. What is this agenda that these people want? Is the terror? Do you know for the government to tell you that terrorists attack the convoy? Hey! Ha! Inside Nigeria, terrorists don't attack the convoy of president. You are dead. Some of you don't understand the it's like make a sit here can't tell you say terrorists attack Joe Biden vehicle. Hey! 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 You are all dead. You are dead if you don't come out now and let us. Hey, Koiki, I don't support Yoruba nation. Who is gonna be our leader? Were you be were Mumu mad. Make I open my window. Agbèrò tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kó kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ kó sì kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ máa lè wèrè lọ síbi iṣẹ́. Now so they do. They've turned every one of you to weary. The country has literally been shut down. They like Nigerian people, especially those boys. Oh, Nichelle, the small data now. You are comparing yourself to all these weary people, all these your influencers that do not have anything to offer you. 4 months and the student sitting at home, and you think that the country is not yet collapsed. Nigeria is collapsed. Go and watch my analysis yesterday, late night, up to 3 o'clock. We were still awake. I think 3:30. I think no, 2:30. But I slept about 4 o'clock this morning. Just about 4 or thereabout. But the reason why we are coming now and trying to push the message on you is because we know that you'll be weary. The thing will be understandable for you to understand. You know, go understand. You don't say good morning. If they can attack the convoy of the president, bread and butter. Bread and butter and jam. Okay. We get them for house. I hope so when their children ask you the same question. Hey, butter. Quick, waiting you to talk. You're right. You're gonna need a kitchen now. Okay. When your children ask you for bread and butter, right? I hope you have that in the house to offer them to eat. If not, they will cry, and that means you are a useless father. You are a useless mother because you allow your politician that if we I hope you have the food in the house. I'm going to just play something because me, I have a son that is hungry. And let me take this back. because of the feed. Because I know they will do a leg back. Now do a leg back now they make noise. Pam, 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 weary people. I watched one video on Instagram. I don't know whether some of you be in already. The two of them, they destroyed their car. You know, say those one of them, they don't be weary. I don't know what happened, but the one person hammered the car. Igbaga. The other one come out. He go inside the other person's car. He hit. I'm sure some of you have seen the video on Instagram. You can tell that the country, everybody, madness all over the place. Psychopathic people. You are waiting for the diaspora to come out. So what I'm going to do, let me prepare that. But I'm going to rewind this back. You don't necessarily have to see the video. It's 2 minutes. I'll be back. Just listen to it.
To try to overthrow the government and rid the country of Christians. Now human rights groups are asking the White House to stop the carnage. After losing ground in Syria and Iraq, the top general of U.S. Special Operations Command in Africa is warning that Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other Islamic terror groups are now trying to take over parts of the continent's most populous nation. Major General Dagvin Anderson says Muslim terrorists have set their sights on Nigeria's southern and northwestern regions, and the U.S. is now sharing specific intelligence with the country.
So this intelligence sharing is absolutely vital, and we stay fully engaged with the government of Nigeria to provide them an understanding of what these terrorists
are doing. No, don't give me like that. I have to toast it, okay? It has to be toasted.
Their goal? Eventually turn Nigeria into a Muslim country and force Christians to make up half the country's population to either leave or convert.
Christians are in the eye of the target, and they're coming after them.
And the numbers are staggering. August 6th, Muslims stormed 4 remote Christian villages in Kaduna State, killing 22 villagers. July 24th, 21 dead, scores injured, and several Christian homes destroyed by militants. July 19th, 19 people killed when assailants armed with guns and machetes attacked a wedding reception. And the list goes on. Leading human rights groups say what's going on in Nigeria is a genocide.
If you look at what's happened over the last 20 years, George, it's just massive number of attacks against Christians. Look, 50 to 70,000 have been murdered.
60 to 70,000. Ashikwabi, okay.
For years, the main terror group was Boko Haram, which seeks to overthrow the government here and create an Islamic state.
They go after Christians and moderate Muslims. They push a hard
line. Did you hear that? They go after Christian and moderate Muslim. Who are the moderate Muslims? People like me. People like me, we won't drink alcohol. People like me, we won't allow my wife, make it wear jeans, make it wear skirts. People like me.
Muslim agenda. It is their intention to establish a caliphate and to just rid all of Nigeria and West Africa of any Western influence whatsoever.
Now, there's a new actor on.
That is on that. As I'm preparing the breakfast, it's not ready yet. I have to toast the bread, okay? I have a toaster. But the boy doesn't like bread. Omodua, you want brown bread? You want this one? You want the brown bread? I'll put the butter and jam, right? Okay. So the next video, and then I would allow call, maybe not now, but maybe in about a few minutes. Let's watch this. You might not be able to say it, but at least listen to it.
Yoruba nation, no going back.
Ha! Àwa ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ọba, ìjòyè, gómìnà àti ará ìlú, ètò ààbò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ó máa mẹ́hẹ o.
A fi àsìkò yìí bẹ ẹ̀yin ènìyàn wa ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Ẹ má dá ara sílẹ̀, ewu ń bẹ lóko lóńgẹ́ gan fún alára ẹ̀, ewu ni. Tútù ààbò yín, kí ẹ sì mú ohun ìgbèjà sí àrọ́wọ́tó yín.
Àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ lè fún sí ọ̀tá lójú kí ẹ ráyè sá mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́.
pepper spray. Ohun tí ẹ lè fi gbàgbára wọn bíi kóńdó oníṣó.
Tàbí ohun tí ẹ lè fi jẹ́ kí gbogbo ará agbègbè yín mọ̀ pé ewu wà.
Ìfèrè wísù tó ń dún dáadáa.
Bí wọ́n bá dájú kọ ọ̀kan nínú wa.
Ẹ dáwọ́ jọ gbé ìjà onítọ̀hún.
Fídíò kọ́ ni ohun tí ó kàn.
A kò gbọ́dọ̀ gbà.
Wípé kí wọ́n máa pa ọmọ Yorùbá.
Ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá láàrin àwọn ọ̀dọ́.
Ìwà tó burú jáì ni.
Ẹ má rajà àwọn tí wọ́n ń fi owó wa dojú ìjà kọ wá.
Yes, ready. Come and sit down, eat.
Jẹ́ ìwà òmùgọ̀ kọ́ ni eléyìí bí? Yorùbá.
Ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ jẹ́ ká yára wa ní ọgbọ́n.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ yé gba Fúlàní àsìmẹ́gáàdì mọ́, ẹ yé fi wọ́n ṣe security mọ́, bí kulé ò pa ni, torí ò lè pa ni.
Ǹjẹ́ tí ẹ mọ̀ wípé gbogbo ìwọlé àti ìjáde yín àti àwọn aládùúgbò yín ni wọ́n ń ṣọ́.
Oníbàárà lòun, irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa.
Ẹ má rà tàbí jẹ màálùú wọn torí pé wọ́n ti ṣe iṣẹ́ aburú sí wọn lára.
Àti tí wọ́n bá ti ṣe, tí wọ́n bá ti pa màálù níbẹ̀, ẹ má ṣe bá wọn jẹ níbẹ̀. Nítorí pé kí ni? Nítorí pé ó ní ewu fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbin ohun tí ẹ lè gbẹ sí etí ilé yín.
Ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan láti lé àwọn ọ̀tá wọ̀nyí jìnnà.
Jẹ́ ìwà òmùgọ̀ wa kọ́lé yìí bí?
Ní agbára Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́dàá tó dá ẹ̀wà ìran Yorùbá.
Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀. Àsìkò ti tó fún wa láti ja àjàǹgbara kágbá orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa ti Yorùbá. Tẹ́ bá rí àwọn Fúlàní àbí ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ń pa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nípakúpa, ẹ̀yin náà dìde kẹjá jà fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bí Mósè ṣe bó ṣe dìde fún àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì tó jà fún wọn. Àsìkò ti tó láti gbára wa sílẹ̀. A kì í ṣe màlúù, a kì í ṣe ewúrẹ́. Ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́nikẹ́ni kó pa wá ní ìpakúpa mọ́ o. Olúwa ràn wá lọ́wọ́, á lè dìde fún wa. Òun náà tá à ń béèrè fún, á tẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́ o.
Ṣé máa gbàbẹ̀ láti lọ píkì táìmù lẹ́màdé?
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá,
Bí táìmù lẹ́màdé?
ẹ jẹ́ ká yára wa ní ọgbọ́n.
Ìjọ láti lọ píkì
Ẹ fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan láti lé àwọn ọ̀tá wọ̀nyí jìnnà.
Ìmọ̀ ọ̀dà fún.
Yorùbá nation now.
Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa níbikíbi tí a bá ti láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa. Let's open the phone line and then take a couple of calls. Go and watch the program we did yesterday, the index, the reason why you apply for visa and you are turned down, the reason why you have a Nigerian passport and nobody has value for that passport. I can't go into that again. It took us 3 hours to discuss that. Take time and go and watch it. But before we go into calls, let's watch this short interview by Punch, according to what took place in Abuja.
So it's a kind of a monumental assault on the prison.
Just listen to it.
And we are discovering that there was an attempt, a jailbreak, or some people have come to free some people by the use of force. And up to this morning, we've not gotten a very reliable information about what took place. So the sound of the guns we're hearing, whether it's on the government side or on the...
This is the eyewitness of what happened yesterday.
Do you have any information about people in the street any deaths or deaths. As at this morning, I heard somebody was killed, but I don't know the person who was killed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they say it's one of the security people.
This was the attack yesterday.
But I learned some people, even within my residential area there, some who removed their prison clothes and talked to Mufti, who were seen even this morning. Lastly, when this thing happened, like how long did it take? How long and what was the scene like?
The time frame.
The vibration, what was it like?
Remember, there was an attack in Ibadan, Abolongo. We don't know where Wakili is. It's gone in the thin air.
It was a few minutes past 9.
Few minutes past 9.
In the night. See, it was some few minutes after 9. We started hearing the other bullets that were flying, and almost for 1 hour, we managed to borrow a news that it was from the prison. So those of us who are resident within the prison area will become too apprehensive. Besides, to know what is happening. But there was no any reliable person who can ask at that time of the night.
No reliable person. That, no security. That's what it's saying. Those that escape expect a lot of more killings.
By the invasion. So it's a usual thing that it has become attack in many places.
Okay.
And the problem is that the community that is hosting the prison, or the people who live within the prison environment, they are not protected.
You hear that?
And as we are talking now, if there is this collaboration between the security forces and the community people.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
You see, this argument that anybody you see wearing jalabia is assumed to be an Okada man is wrong. Anybody can dress in anyhow to camouflage and carry out some activities that is very, very harmful to individuals and the society in general. You see, there are 2 army checking points when you are getting to.
You hear that? 2 army checking points.
There's a military checking point along Gwagwalada Road.
Okay.
There's another one close to Kuje Junction there.
Okay.
So it is assumed that if there should be any act of insurgency,
they should be able to repel it.
Certainly, the people around.
They should be able to repel it. So where are the soldiers? Anyway, there's no point wasting our time on this, but I want to remind you what the late Dr. Malafia said before he died. He said when they finish the rural killings, they will come out to the urban city. Sheikh Kuje is in the rural. I don't want to go into too much details. Too many people ask stupid questions. Okay, this one is the long version. I don't need the long version. I only need the short version. Let's listen to the late Malafia.
And the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. 1 or 2 who have repented. They have sat down with us.
Okay.
Not once.
Yeah.
Not twice.
Okay.
They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko
My
Haram.
edit date and listen. Thank you. Yeah.
Boko Haram and the bandits.
They are all the same. It doesn't matter.
They have a sophisticated network.
Nigerians don't believe that.
During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown.
Okay.
Moving ammunitions, moving logistics,
Okay.
moving money,
Okay.
and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south.
They are already in the south. In the rainforest.
They're everywhere.
Okay.
They told us
That
that
what?
when they finish this rural killing,
What's going to happen?
they will move to phase 2.
What is the phase 2?
The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities.
To do what?
Going from house to house.
Okay.
Killing prominent people.
Okay.
I can tell you.
What is
this
it?
the game plan.
What is the game plan?
By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
And you are talking about PVC. Are you sure? I'm going to edit the date. I've said it. I wrote 2032. I'm just editing now. It's 2022. We're not yet. I'm not going faster than the timeline. So I've already. Thank you so much for bringing that to my notice. So I'm going to open the phone line and then I'm going to end this Instagram and then start it with another phone so that way we can take calls. I need a job. It's just your own contribution. I don't have to give you that opportunity. Don't abuse it. Mute the background. And let's ask serious questions. Hey, all this stupid question. I just saw one there. Irrelevant question. And sorrow insecurity. And sorrow program for you. Stupid. I know one pa comment lórí yẹn. Ṣé Igboho ti yàgbẹ́? No, kò yàgbẹ́. Ìtọ̀ nìkan ló ń tọ̀. You know, the politician ṣe lè gbá yín song. Let's speak to you, those of you that probably want to say one or two things. If not, I can run the show without taking calls anyway. But it's just that to balance the conversation so you don't say, but boy, it doesn't give us no bread and butter there, na cassava and agbado. Where are they going to eat? Rava, agbado, recruit. Kí lẹ fẹ́ sọ fún mi? Recruit. Ṣé n gbé gbogbo jáde ni? Àbí díẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fẹ́? Recruit. Agbado. Recruit. Maybe they don't recruit you now. Mad people all over the place. We're telling you that the country is gone. You're saying Akoiki won't bring war. Now there's war on our doorstep. War don't enter in our doorstep. But you don't believe the late Malafia. You all say, hey, Malafia, shut up. We know better. Now everybody is waking up on a daily basis. Do you understand what it means to go and attack Kuje prison in Abuja? Inside Abuja? Do you know that Abuja is meant to be the most secure place? Abuja is meant to be the most secure place in the whole of the country today. If Nigeria was truly working. Maybe I should play this video that we used yesterday of another professor that maybe because now Oyibo man, I go believe him as against Professor Banji Akintoye. Professor Banji Akintoye is coming out to tell us that we should not have anything to do with Nigeria. This man is called, we used him yesterday for our program. It's called Professor James Carl. And I entertained from the book that somebody wrote about the late MK Abiola and how the saga of the 1993. I'm sure some of you have received the copy. And if you still want, those of you that have not received it, just email address. You have to send me an email and then I'll be able to reply you back. Okay? So I'm going to now play this again for those that missed the broadcast yesterday. Okay, you know, it's a 13-minute video. It's on my timeline. You can go there and see it. Some of you that are asking, what are the data that I was showing yesterday? You will not understand because you were not on the broadcast, but those on the broadcast will understand. We posted, Nigeria is number 12 in the world when it comes to fragile countries. A state that is fragile. Yemen is number 1. That means you don't know what is about to be on you. Nigeria is number 12. Yemen is number 1. I told anybody there to get the hell out. The reason why Libya is number 17, which is still, that's why I don't believe Libya. So, the government, Mr. Koiki in Libya, but Ayewashi better to pick Nigeria. It's because they are number 17. You know, Libya doesn't have a government. A country that has a government is number 12. Ghana is number 33, like with Ghana. So you are better to live in Côte d'Ivoire than live in Nigeria. But some of you don't understand these kind of breakdown. Thank you so much. Then Toba request from flag, because I realized that about 3 people couldn't, I didn't send their flags, but I've already posted it yesterday. Sorry for the delay, but I'm sure you will get it. But if you pay money and you did not receive the flag, don't say, Koiki, you see my WhatsApp. No, don't do that, okay? If you are like John, Gbe in Nigeria. Mr. Koiki, they send the flag, pressure. I'll send it. Okay? Still in Nigeria. Tell you about Amazon, talk about deliver. Am I allowed to contact Amazon or be Argos? Okay? So am I required to no, I don't want that. That's not an excuse. It could be just that just as any other people would do. So somebody paid for 4, I forgot, and I posted it yesterday. I think there was another person, and I've already posted it. The MRE Baleni, if not by tomorrow. Then I need a request. I think there was 2 people I sent to Germany and 1 in America. So those ones might take a while, but you will eventually get it. Itimo send what he got and Itimo send this. Now let's listen to Professor James Lindsay. Ebi nkan tí Baba Akintoye náà, ebi professor náà ni Baba Akintoye. Ẹ rò pé àwọn professor jẹ́ guru jẹra like Dino Malaye. Imagine Dino saying Peter Obi. You see, they contradict all themselves all the time. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí láti California. I am not here to knock any one of you at home. I understand. But if we come out in thousands, in millions, the government cannot do anything. The international community will tell them. But because you are not, maybe 10, 20 people. The police will just chase them away. Imagine 500,000 people wake up in Ibadan and shut down the whole expressway. What is the government? How are they even going to move when there's a lot of traffic? That's what you don't know. Create the traffic for 1 week and realize that there's no government. Everything will crumble very fast. Let's watch this. I do not own the copyright to it. Let me increase the volume back.
The world was shocked by an attack on a Catholic church. Nigeria is Africa's most populous country. It's also resource rich. However, it's a country in deep crisis. At the start of June 2022, the world was shocked by an attack on a Catholic church in the country's southwest that left 50 worshippers dead. But as brutal as it was, it's merely the tip of a huge and seemingly growing problem. Nigeria now endures daily violence from a bewildering array of quarters. With very real doubts about the government's ability to handle the situation, this prompts the obvious question: is Nigeria collapsing? Hello and welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is James Lindsay, and here I take an informed look at international relations, conflict, security, and statehood. Many countries around the world face some sort of serious and sustained security challenge. In some cases, it may be an armed secessionist movement fighting for independence. In others, it could be terrorism centered on religious or political extremism. Some countries face serious societal violence from gangs and organized crime, or from bandits or pirates. And then there are conflicts over resources, such as water or precious minerals. However, there are few, if any, countries that currently face as great a range of serious security threats as Nigeria. From north to south and east to west, it's grappling with a bewildering array of grave challenges, covering practically every major recognized cause of conflict. But what makes all this particularly worrying is that not only is the government seemingly unable to tackle the security aspects of the problem.
The government is unable to tackle the security. So life we buy anything is no longer in the hands of the federal government. Me, as I did this country, the security for me is the British government. They have to make sure that even as I'm against them, they must provide security. They're not going to sit down and allow terrorists to come into this country in the first place. So how's terrorists going to kidnap me? Buhari tried it in the 80s. He successfully tried it again kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. And that's why countries protect their borders. That's why they don't open their border. Nigeria is now collapsing in our eyes. And Yoruba nation will exit out. Biafra will exit. The Hausa will exit. Let everybody stay on their own. If not, we are all in soup.
But it's also failing to address the underlying problems that feed them. So what are the threats?
What are the threats?
How can they be fixed?
How can they be fixed?
Do we perhaps need to face the real possibility
Okay.
that Nigeria, one of the most important countries in Africa, is now falling apart?
Did you hear that? One of the most, all that is fake because we were a kingdom. Ìlú ni wá tẹ́lẹ̀. Kingdom ni wá kó tó di pé òyìnbó wá kó wa lẹ́rú. But they are putting it in our face. You know, hey, Nigeria, the most populous nation. Which populous nation? Where you cannot get visa to South Africa. Where Kenya is much better to live than in Nigeria. Nigeria is number 12 when it comes to fragile state. Ìlú tó ń mì báyìí. Yemen is number 1. This guy, you know, well, I won't say he lied, but it's the information that they feed him. Do you know that Hausa Fulani is 29%, Yoruba is 21%, Igbo is 18%? He said it here. Let's hear it.
Of Nigeria lies in West Africa, with the Gulf of Guinea, a part of the Atlantic Ocean, running along its south coast. Its neighbours are Niger to the north and Chad and Cameroon to the east. Benin lies to its west. At 930,000 square kilometres or 360,000 square miles, it's the 31st largest of the 193 members of the United Nations. Since 1996, the country has been divided into 36 states and a federal capital territory, Abuja. Its population currently stands at almost 220 million. This is made up of more than 250 ethno-linguistic groups. The largest are the Hausa and Fulani in the north, the Yoruba in the southwest.
Níbo ni Hausa Fulani ti ní more population jù wá lọ? Ìtòyìnbó dá sílẹ̀ kan tó lọ nìyẹn. It's telling me that Hausa Fulani is 29%. The Yoruba is 21%. They don't even like the Igbo people. 18%. And some professor, Yoruba professor, is saying that we can manage it. How do you want to manage what they've already compromised? I mean, we can even say if he has talked about Hausa alone, he even now add Hausa Fulani, because that has been the agenda of the Fulani to push the agenda to the international community, to the Saudi Arabia, to the Arab country, that we are in charge. That's why Tabangbin Komponile, Nigeria, not long below. Because what believe we not long share sin. Do I want it? Allahu Akbar. Fulani ò ní kírun lẹ́yìn Yorùbá láyé. Kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ gbogbo àwọn wòlíì wa, àwọn sheikh gbangba. Tí bàbá Sheikh Adams tó fi jáde láyé, àwọn Hausa ò ní kírun lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Ìjà táwọn yẹn jà for years. Ìyẹn lẹ́yìn ṣe wá ń sọ nísìn pé Fulani máa bá wa ṣe, Hausa máa bá wa ṣe. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá ń gbé nǹkan bọ̀, especially from Arab country, wọ́n believe pé àwọn North ló ń ṣe ẹ̀sìn. Àwọn ni wọ́n ní ẹ̀sìn lọ́wọ́. Àwa wá ń sọ fún ẹ pé if this professor, this video as at yesterday, mo mélòó ló ti wò nísìn, but as at yesterday, as at today, 78,000 people have watched it. Not Yoruba people, maybe few of us that have gone to watch it. I'm talking about intellectuals. And this is what they are feeding them. Well, I don't blame this man. That's what the Fulani government has fed them. That Hausa, do you understand what it means? Hausa Fulani are 29%, while the Yorubas is 21%, and the Igbo, they don't even like those ones, 18%. And some of you are saying, hey, don't have anything to do with the Igbo people. You know, they cause the... I listen to Dr. Alio all the time on that. And I just laugh, especially when he put his, you know, when he talked about, hey, and Igbo load the regional government through. We are not in that era anymore. And we must say it the way it is. Yes, his argument is always good. But when it comes to Oro, and when Igbo, hey, hey, irọ́ lẹ́pa èmi máa ní kan ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn Igbo fact lẹ́gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi ẹ̀ because a gbọ́dọ̀ jàjà yìí together ni I live in this country èmi kọ́ ni mò ń determine constitution ìlú yìí I am not living with the Nigerian shit-hole constitution in this country if I do so I would have been in the prison because I will be doing things against this country when we have a Yoruba nation ọmọ Igbo tó bá disrespect constitution a máa jẹ́lẹ̀ ni and we are not even tó bá ní resident wa lọ́wọ́ a máa gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ why do you think the British is returning people back to Nigeria? Do you know that people were returned back last week? People that have lived there for more than 10 years. So all this issue about àwọn ọmọ Igbo, ẹ jẹ́ ká fìyẹn sílẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká face the real problem which is the Fulani people. Because the more you are saying that, it's creating amenities among us and the Igbo people. And that's the fact. Because every time I hear that, I'm thinking, kí ni gbogbo ilé gan? Àwọn ọmọ Igbo, yes, èmi mo ní kẹtàlá fún àwọn ọmọ Igbo. Yes, the same way táwọn ọmọ Igbo náà ní problem. Our Yoruba náà ní create the problem. Ṣé Igbo nìkan ló create the problem? And even if we want to, overlook the whole issue, British gangan ló yẹ kí a dìmú lọ́rùn. If British did not put us together in 1914, the Igbo will not be able to have destroyed the regional government in 1967. Why don't we talk about that? Why do we stress all the time that we should not have anything to do with the Igbo people? I will do something with the Igbo people. That's the fact. And I am Koiki Media, Olayomi Omojebode. Kí ni gbogbo nonsense yẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ ká fìyẹn sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lé Fúlàní mú àti Hausa tó ń delay wa. Igbo is not delaying us. Igbo ní ká má gba Yoruba nation. And they cannot do so. And we are not going to, even if you say, okay, let's do our own on our own. Yeah, we can still do it. But I must say, our Lord region, that shit all independent. And now they are telling me in 21st century that the Hausa Fulanis are more than us. So they can't finish it now. All the time, Igbo, our Lord regional government. No, the British government created the problem that we are all facing today. If the British had left us alone, the way they met us, we will not have anything called independent in 1960. Not to talk about somebody come and destroy the regional government or blah, 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 blah. So why are we marking on that? My name is Olayomi Koiki. I don't have anything against Dr. Aliu, but that's the fact. His statistics is fine, his analysis is fine, but that issue pé Igbo ló da regional government nu tí British ọba kó wa papọ̀ ṣé Igbo máa wá da ó máa da regional ṣé Igbo máa wá hijack ìlú máa wá lọ́wọ́ ni if we have been in Yoruba kingdom as it was how the British met us àwọn olórí burúkú yìí. So our issue is not the Igbo. Our issue should be the British that kept everybody together and now they're telling us we are 21%. Do you understand that? Let's continue. 12 minutes past.
And the Igbo based in the southeast. Religiously, the country is split between mainly Sunni Muslims in the north and largely Protestant Christians in the south central and southeast areas. In the center and southwest, the population is religiously mixed. Endowed with significant resources, including oil and natural gas.
And all this oil and gas, majority of it is coming from the southeast. We have some in the southwest as well. On those states, we are all blessed and all that. If you're having issue, look, my father's house in Surulere, we have a lot of Igbo people that are living there. I might not agree with as many of them in there, but I don't give a thought. As long as they don't sell the building, we told them they can live there, they can rent it, but don't sell it. But some of you have literally sold it off. So that's not our problem. If you have sold your father property to the Igbo and you are getting angry on that, that is not what we are dealing with. We are dealing with a freedom that will free us and deal with any foreigners or anybody that wants to live with us. Look, I live there and I've told you, look, I don't have to go and use somebody else's story. I came here in 1998, 14 years before this British gave me my documents. We would do the same thing and make sure the documents were laid. British city bayeje. Oh, you don't understand the reason why I have that kind of energy. Do you know what it means that 14 years before I was given a right to live in this country? So what are we saying? Anybody will buy house, we do a constitution. It not pay you, we sell your house, we give you your money, we send you back to your village. Shikena. Do you know that Al-Fayed was a billionaire in this country? Even the Queen were buying food stuff, things that they need in Buckingham Palace, because when you have a crest of the Queen in your departmental store, they have the right to do shopping there. It was never given a British passport. So why are we concerned about the Igbo people? Kí lẹ wá rí nípa Igbo people in 21st century? Ojúkú ló dá kíní kan sílẹ̀, olóṣì kíní kan àpẹẹrẹ gbogbo yẹn. What do you want? Àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹ yín nísìn. So what I am saying is, let us slow down on this issue of the Igbo people. I'm about Igbo shit. Everybody that me, I dey talk to Simon Ekpa. I dey talk to any Biafra. Prince Jeje man, I dey talk to them. And if we have to fight it together, we will fight it together. Fact like our commander. Then your bafeja is good. But we are dealing with something that will lead to a fight. So, Yoruba nation, politics is not going to lead to a fight because they will know that we are all running. You see, Showore now, you can go on the street. Showore, I wanna Showore. He can go on the street. The soldier will not attack him. But the reason why they are attacking us is because we say we want Yoruba nation. So whether we do awareness, they will attack us. Whether we don't do awareness, they will attack us. Because we have told the government that we do not want to be part of the government. That alone warrant an attack from the government. Our focus should be the British. I want to bagije. A bagije la won. An American fought in 1776, took themselves out. Abba Kyari is missing. I suspect that he planned it. And if it is true that Abba Kyari is out of that prison, oh my God. Hello? Yeah. My send number you can say anything to the reach out see. All right. Aboro me anything. Hey. Showore. You know the reason why they know they attack Showore? Because he's doing politics. It's a political party, is God. We are not doing political party. We are freedom fighter. Free. I did listen to that. Freedom fighter. I cannot play. When I played, YouTube, we hammer it. You know that music? Freedom fighter. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. That's why they're attacking us. And we must be prepared to defend ourselves. Nigeria. Shaking, you need to use the kitchen. Because anytime I use the kitchen, I literally hijack the kitchen from the family. You don't even understand that. But they have to tolerate me. They're used to me now anyway, so it's not easy, but they have to tolerate me. 18 minutes passed. Maybe what I should do is I'm gonna wind down. So we should not. We should not. We're going to Jack the kitchen. There you go. The green one here. Yeah. Blue. Go on there. Jack the kitchen. So, as we are saying, our focus is that I can spot one of my good Egbon, I'm not going to mention his name, he's watching on Instagram. This guy has been going to Nigeria for more than 10 years. He will go to different Yoruba states, go and tell the police, let me give you free training. He doesn't need any money. Free is a specialist with registered firearms in this country. He's watching me right now. I'm not going to mention his name. He has been going home trying to train trying to train our police how to manage crowd. They're not going to do anything with them. Diaspora, they're scared of us because they know that we are always trying to do the needful. And so many people have done the same thing. But yet, Nigeria will not give you that opportunity. 21%. So, if anybody is still out there this morning watching the development that is happening in Nigeria, and you are saying that, hey, now Igbo people be my problem, Fulani will kill you. I understand. Look, I might not agree with everything the Igbo people are doing on our land. You can use the word encroaching. That's what some of you will use. You might probably not want to say it live here. But behind your camera, Igbo people are weary. The same thing. Igbo people, they say, Yoruba people, you think they know they abuse us as well. But the fight that we have in our hands is to get the hell out of Nigeria before it gets hot. Our focus should be how to take our people out without no fight. For me, I know so we go fight. Because this Fulani no go give us power. They're not. No, it's true. A lot of us do that. Off the camera. No, don't stress yourself. As long as when we have a system that is working, you too, they will deal with you. You Yoruba people, they will deal with you. The constitution will deal with everybody, including me. That is the kind of life I want. But for us to be saying that, hey, 1967, they never born me before that time, I better go. But what I know is, in 1914, the British amalgamate Nigeria. That one, now me, I go hold on to. Look, I've been to Lancaster House while they were having meeting in 1957, 1958. Olori Buruku British had a different agenda. They have a different agenda. Yeah, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Mo wà wẹ̀ kó fún ẹ ní link ni kó fún ẹ ní link ẹni tó máa bá sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn ti tọ́gbà ẹ̀ máa lọ́lé mo wà lórí live broadcast. I sọ̀rọ̀ later. Ọ̀rọ̀ má bínú máa lọ́lé. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹn ní sí. So mo rí ms Saheed ọmọ bọ̀tà. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ àbí kò yé yín nísìn? Let us always get that right. I know pé like àwọn Igbo. Àwọn náà like wa. Nobody likes themselves. That's why we should get the shit all out and stand on our own. Chicken. You think say me I like Igbo people? I like some of them. Some of them, when they see me, they do their hand like that. They call us, I don't want to use that word. I was doing a broadcast one day. Biking and bikers here. That's why outside London, we continue to pray for you. Ojú wọn rí tó. Àwọn tó ń gbé outside London. Sáyé kí ló tó ń sá káàkiri. Ó wà mí báyìí ní sọ tó bọ́ sí bíbáyìí. Ọmọ máa kẹ́. Ó kàn ń sá káàkiri rí. Àti náà fi gba kọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ àgbà kọ́ ọmọjà rẹ̀ má yọ mí lẹ́nu. A máa pa broadcast ẹ̀ nísìnyí bí a máa lè lọ prepare for studio ní Wednesday. Àbúrò bí yìí nísìnyí. Àwọn tó ń gbé ní outside London, ojú wọn rí tó. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin G49. Mo kí Chief Mamilẹ Yorùbá. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá. Ẹ má ẹ̀ kí gbogbo awuyewuye ẹ ṣá máa lọ ṣáà nílò. Ẹ̀yin ẹ má worry. Nàìjíríà fúnra rẹ̀ máa collapse lé wa lórí. But àwa ni ká dúró tán. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Kogi. Mo kí yọ lóríṣà. Mo kí bàbá wa Gẹ́gẹ́ Ojúọlá. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin Ọ̀túnba. Mo kí fìlà fún orí adé. Kábíyèsí o gbogbo ẹ̀yin kábíyèsí wa. Ẹ rí pé mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún ilé ni. Hàn pé mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún ìtàn lé ni. Ṣé tún dọ̀bálẹ̀? Mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún kábíyèsí o. Gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mò ń kí. Àbá yín jà mọ́. àbáyíjà but ẹ bá wa mójútó ààbò tó wà ní gbogbo gbèríko ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn bàbá ọlọ́dẹ yẹn ẹ gbé nǹkan fún wọn àwọn ti ní nǹkan but ẹ fún wọn ní nǹkan díẹ̀ ẹ fún wọn láwọn owó kéékèèké kọ́ ṣàwọn ètùtù kéékèèké àwọn bàbá yẹn ò lówó lọ́wọ́ ẹni kí bàbá lọ ṣe ètùtù bàbá tó tí ì rówó ra owó ìbọn ṣakabura tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ wá ní kó lọ máa sometimes just àwọn diaspora ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ ṣògùn ká lọ bá wọn jà ká ṣe this ó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá yẹn lóòótọ́ but to do this thing cost a lot of money so but àwọn kábíyèsí kan ní owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ roll out owó lábẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ má sọ fáwa o ẹ má yẹ ká gbọ́ o ẹ má ṣe voice note tó máa gbé káàkiri pé kábíyèsí ti ṣe ẹ má ṣe voice note but ẹ pe àwọn èèyàn lọ sábúlé yẹn ẹ gbowó fún wọn let us prepare ibi kábíyèsí náà ti sọ Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ Ọ̀jájá the second tí mo ṣí fìlà fún kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín o a máa wá kí láìpẹ́ bàbá bí a tẹ bá wá sí ẹ mọ̀ pé the last time tẹ wá sí UK èmi náà wà pẹ̀lú àwọn tó bí ẹ̀ràn tí mi mọ́ ni ó ti ṣèjọ́ mẹ́ta àgbowó a ṣe nítorí pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá èmi mọ wàhálà tèmi náà ṣe nígbà tán ni wá sí UK mo dẹ̀ gbowó kankan lọ lórí ẹ lọ Google ẹ lórí ẹ láyọmí kó ìdíkẹ pé ẹ fi Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ sí you will see my picture with him I understand ẹ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bẹ ṣe bọ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ a máa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà nítorí ara ń ta wá wọ́n pa àwọn yẹn wá but nísà ti calm down ẹ̀yà ti ń lo diplomacy nísìn àbí diplomatic pẹ̀lú wọn ẹ bá wa ṣe ètò ààbò fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní gbèríko ẹ gbé nǹkan fún wọn gbówó gidi fún wọn káwọn bàbá yẹn kọ́ lọ ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ kọ́ ṣe ní gbogbo ẹ̀ka kọ̀ọ̀kan tí Fúlàní bá ń bọ̀ báyìí kí àwọn iwin oríṣiríṣi nǹkan kó jáde sí wọn àbọ̀rọ̀ mo yìí nísìn mo wà lórí live show ìyá mi àmì jẹ́ fẹ́ dá sí ni àbí ọ̀dà ẹgbọ́n sókè.
ẹ kú iṣẹ́
bẹ́ẹ̀ni àbí ṣé kí n tún dọ̀bálẹ̀ ìyá mi mo ń dọ̀bálẹ̀ fáwọn ọba yẹn wàláì mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún mo ti dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún gbogbo mo ti apologize tó bá yẹ kí mo ti bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ mo ti bú gbogbo yín tẹ́lẹ̀ but mo ti apologize.
ẹ má apologize.
ẹ jẹ́ apologize ìyá mi ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ apologize.
ṣe lásìkò àsìkò apology ó ti kọjá. ṣé ẹ rí Ògún lákàyè òní ò fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú wọn pátápátá tí ò ní ṣẹ́gun ẹyọ kan.
báyé jẹ́
ní gbogbo àwọn bàbá tó yẹ kó dìde.
wọ́n ti báyé jẹ́
tó yẹ kó dìde àwọn èèyàn tó yẹ kó dìde. wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pa àwọn èèyàn lójú wọn olórí burúkú wọn sì dákẹ́. ṣé rí ní agbára Ọlọ́run lágbára àwọn tó ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lágbára àwọn tó ní ilé ayé lórígun méjèèjì orígun gbogbo iye orígun tó wù kó jẹ́ nílé ayé yìí á jẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ gbogbo wọn ò jẹ ìyà because a ti ń gbọ́ kí àwọn àgbàlagbà wà èmi ìrírú ẹ̀rí láyé mi àfi àwọn alátẹnujẹ àwọn àgbà ìyá àwọn àgbà òfò táwa ní orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá nìkan kò ti rí.
wọ́n ti bà ayé jẹ́ ìyá mi.
ìgbà tí Trump wà lórí oyè tó ṣe rándanrandan torí ẹ̀ ní Biden torí pé Trump wà lórí oyè ní Biden ló ṣe dìde Biden ò kíyà láti ṣe president. ìgbà tó ń wà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ fún tó ń bèrè question lọ́wọ́ sọ fún oníkan lọ dìbò fẹ́ tó bá fẹ́ bò nítorí pé àwọn ilẹ̀ yìí rí pé
wọ́n ti bà ayé jẹ́ àwọn báyìí ẹ má bínú ǹdí pẹ̀lú ọmọ ọ̀dọ́ wọ́n ti bà ayé jẹ́ ìyá mi wọ́n ti bà ayé jẹ́ so it's really painful.
ṣe ni bó ṣe bà ayé yẹn jẹ́ bí ayé gbogbo wọn bí ó ṣe bàjẹ́.
èmi àṣà mi sí àfi tó bá tún àṣìṣe màá ṣàṣẹ sí yẹn àṣẹ.
ṣẹ́rí kò sí ìgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ pé Nàìjà
ìbànújẹ́ ni kò sí no doubt about it
kò sígbà tẹ́ wo anything.
it's so painful it's too ó ti wà painful jù kò ṣe máa sọ.
it's very
painful and I think people don't understand má bínú ìyá mi ọdún àpá àwọn tó I understand pa àwọn kan understand it ṣẹ́rí pain wa ni pé mo ní tíyàn kan sọ nísìnyí pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí n gbé yín jáde báyìí anyway Ọọ̀ni refused to empower his security team in Ilé-Ifẹ̀. We spoke about this long time ago. Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí confam mo sọ mo fẹ́ dárúkọ tẹ́lẹ̀ but ó wà lórí Instagram but mo ní dárúkọ but ó ti comment. ẹni confam tí mo mọ̀ ní 10 years ìyá mi ló fi ń lọlé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security 10 years nílùú yìí kò gbọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn pé ká tẹ̀ ṣe báyìí ká ṣe báyìí kó tó di pé gbogbo wàhálà yìí erupt là ń sọ yìí o ẹgbọ́n sókè ìyá mi.
ó ní mo ṣe ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ ní ìdí àti ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ fún wọn ìyálà ìyá wọn ò tó ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ yín gbà ìyálà ìyá wọn àti bàbá ńlá bàbá wọn pẹ̀lú kò tó ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ yín gbà kí ló dé báwo ni àwọn àgbà bó ṣe wà tí wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní làákàyè ju owó lọ ṣé àwọn mi èrò kan tiẹ̀ ń rò pé ilẹ̀ yìí èyí wọn sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ ní impact ní live àwọn èèyàn ẹ fẹ́ kàn sọ nípa ti ní pé ìwọ́n tẹ̀ ṣe lílé àwọn wèrè játijàti táwa kó kó sílé nítorí ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n bàbá yín ò bọ́ ṣe bàbá yín wọ́n máa lè ní wọ́n èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn alálẹ̀ àwọn tó tẹ ilẹ̀ ìpàdó.
tẹ́tẹ́ àwọn alálẹ̀ tẹ́tọ́ rẹ̀ kó bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ kó bá wọn ṣe kó máa sùn báyìí káyà wọn máa já kó máa ronú sùn.
ṣe rí bí àṣẹ ti ń jẹ́ ti Ọlọ́run ó sì ti ń jẹ́ ti àwọn alálẹ̀ wọ̀nyí.
ẹ̀gbọ́n mi target ẹ fi wọlé lórí broadcast ẹ jẹ́ mọ̀ ó yé mi yá mi.
àwọn tí wọ́n yẹ kó wọ́n ja ìjà Yorùbá wọ̀nyí bàbá wọ̀nyí àtàwọn ìyá yẹn wọ̀nyí tó mọ̀ pé yà ń jẹ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n tẹ̀ ń lùlù kò kàn mí ní agbára Ọlọ́run tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́.
I can call you to talk about it.
kí ọjọ́ mọ̀ yọ gbogbo wọn pátápátá láìsèkò ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo wọn ò jẹ ìyá.
àmín mo ṣàmì sí àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni iṣẹ́ kẹ́ ọ̀dà èmi mo ṣàṣẹ èmi náà mo ṣàṣẹ lé lórí gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ṣàṣẹ sí so àfi tó bá ṣàtúnṣe ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi àṣẹ o àṣẹ mo ṣàṣẹ sí yẹn ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi thank you so much mo láṣẹ ìdòmàrè ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ jẹ́ kí mo ní dárúkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yìí but let me just call I don't want to bring him on the let me call him maybe he can have one or two things to tell us you know let me say this even those that don't you know everybody has a good heart for Nigeria before look don't be thinking that because we are here we have àwọn èèyàn try láti pè ní bíbá but ṣe náà yín dẹ̀ pé méjì lọ́wọ́ mi báyìí bàbá yìí ẹ jẹ́ ń pè lè èwo la máa pè ní gbogbo láì ní báyìí nísìn let me call this one àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yé yín nísìn èèyàn wa ṣe rí we all have a good intention the Yoruba people I'm talking and the Igbo people to make Nigeria work but the Hausa Fulanis do not have that same intention they do not have the same àníyàn táwa ní. They have a different agenda, and that agenda is what is now coming into our face, and we must stop it before it is too late. We must stop it before it is too late. I know people are now trying to because I'm going to go on the studio, but let's give those of you on Twitter. Okay, hey, let's listen to him. And this okay, both from the security analyst. Mo fẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ first and foremost ẹ ṣe gan-an ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ má dárúkọ yín please ẹ tó bá dá voice ẹ mọ̀ kọ́ dà mọ́.
Okay, that's fine.
What I want us to first review ẹ má pè é tẹ́ ń pè láti France ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ security analysis ẹ tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. We're going to speak in English and Yoruba because we have a lot of our listeners that are not Yoruba.
That's fine. Let's roll it.
The Kuje prison. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Okay, Kuje prison kò yẹ kó ṣẹlẹ̀.
Okay.
Kò sí infrastructure kan tó wà ní Kuje.
Okay.
Tó new.
Okay.
Because taban sọ̀rọ̀ Kuje, we should be expecting more attacks to happen because ní March tí mo wà ní Nigeria.
Okay.
We spoke about this on TVC.
Okay.
But sadly, most times taban sọ̀rọ̀. Our government bodies, I'm not talking in particular about one particular person or whatever.
Yeah.
They see it as in the system that work on all the only people.
Okay.
That's the bottom line. I remember when Oni officer came to UK some years ago.
We were all there. Yeah.
We were all there, thank you. The House of Parliament, I asked him a direct question. Only how can we re-empower our youth in such a way so that we can defend ourselves and at the same time work alongside with the police and other security network?
Okay.
He was quick to answer me, say, whenever you come to Nigeria, come and see me.
Okay.
And I head straight down to that word.
Okay.
But you know one thing? I was having this training program near hotels. Only officer was there for more than 3 days or 4 days. I tried everything possible. That's a Miri. Imagine, Tony. They are all bunch of idiots. You don't know. Somebody abroad. Put it as if it's good, but it's not. Only officer is not more than you and mine age. So if you don't say about ownership, fine. Let me now go back to our Ghanaian dance. I went to his house 2016. Directly. I was taken to his palace. What's it called? Nagogo or whatever it is. I saw see. Only my brother. Only security architecture. Only was one Jonathan. Only because of that, also on the anti-government.
Okay. Okay.
Only what want to promise people who fish infrastructure as in the protection of the pipelines.
Okay.
Only one phone, which is about 4 billion naira.
Okay.
So for me, one.
Okay.
What's of money? Excuse me, sir. I will respect your office. I will respect your chieftaincy title and everything. Only what does it cost you to compel and task all these obas that look, we need to do A, X, Y, Z. Should be OPC food soldiers.
Benny.
Joe, training will on equipment will on material will on.
Okay.
The same problem, Tani, no share everywhere. Don't forget, we're going to offer minimum Amotepu proposal on those states. Actually, SA called me. No, straight away. One, okay, if that should be the case, I wrote it, but this is no one. What I will push attack to do, she wanted to pay more information to me. She wanted me phone proposal, push my training to the materials to my need. But I joke it on boys, if you come on the front line, that's to defend you. Defend around. Who does that? Madman, who are buying?
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mú yín lọ sí article tí ó jáde ní June 6 just after the Owo attack, and then I'm going to come back to initial intent because nígbà call púpọ̀ mo kàn fún ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní preference because I'm going to go on the Star Radio, maybe tá bá ṣe Star Radio tán I'm a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbà call but mo ẹnu ọ̀kan jáde mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ mo fẹ́ ka article tó jáde ní June 6 after the Owo attack. A lot of the headlines and some of them says Oni says our massacre targeted at turning the Yoruba into Daily Post. There's so many ones. Our church killing. Yorubas can't be overrun. We are ready to defend ourselves. When you read this kind of headline, it gives somebody like me, where we have been novice. Hey, for long, we are now safe. We cannot be overrun. But somebody like you, a security analyst, how do you take this kind of message? Especially somebody that engaged the same Oni of Ife in UK year or Jaja II some few years back. I was there, you were there, a lot of Nigerians or a lot of diaspora were at that particular event.
Yeah, you see what I can say is this. They are just mouthpiece, mouth say, that's only good way. We don't need mouth say anymore. I need Oromo. All we need is action. I bet you that when you see IDP camp.
I remember.
And I met with Shetima. Shetima actually gave me his men to show me round things. But Shetima proposals, recommendations to Mofile. Only And I won't allow you into Maiduguri again, only because the moment all these guys are liberated, I will have no say again. How about that? So, please let us be honest with ourselves. More thorough anybody. You know that. I am comfortable here in UK, but I will
okay.
End of story.
Eshigoni, thank you so much. I'm going to let you go. Thank Eshigoni. I'm not. Thank you so much, and that's somebody that was trying to not resolve or fix, but impute knowledge to how many. I'm not okay. Mako friend láyé nìkan because mo ní láti really lọ sórí Star Radio and I don't want to start taking calls, but torí pé obìnrin nìkan lè balance ẹ̀. Ó yá ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè, ẹ bá ṣe ní kíákíá ìyàwó.
Ó ti kó ìpè òkújọ́ mẹ́ta. Nǹkan tí mo kò fẹ́ àjùmọ̀ nǹkan tó ń sọ ní pé bí ìfẹ́ kan gbàgbé report coming out ká ń gbọ́ fún wẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé Sultan of Sokoto gbogbo orúkọ àwọn ọba àti eminent people in Yoruba land not to go see àwọn tó lè fojoojúmọ́ gbàdúrà lé lórí pé bóyá lè rí ṣépè ní wọ́n lọ import àwọn tó máa gbàdúrà lọ pé wọ́n ní lè gbà pa wọ́n ní lè gbèsè wọ́n ṣe yẹ fáwọn ọba wa but nǹkan tẹ̀mí mọ̀ ni pé wọ́n Yorùbá ní àgbà òsì ìlú bàjẹ́ bá lè lékun lè dáwọ́ tá bá ẹgbẹ́ àgbà gidi làwọn àgbà wa àwọn ọba wa yẹn tó ń lágbára bó ṣe yẹ kó ń lágbára kò yẹ kí àdúrà àbí èpè kan kó ràn wọ́n bó ṣe ràn wọ́n yẹn ṣe é get me so bóyá èpè àwọn wọ̀nyẹn ló ràn wọ́n I don't know bọ́n tí mo fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ ni pé alálẹ̀ ló máa fúnra rẹ̀ pa gbogbo wọn ṣọ́ọ́tì èmi mọ̀ pé ọ̀rẹ́ yìí ni Aláàfin o àwa kan wà we have a reservation about him ṣọ́ọ́tì rí ọmọ ìkókò lè pa ó kù náà ó kú bí ẹni tí ò lẹ́ni ó kú wẹ́rẹ́ ni bí alálẹ̀ ṣe máa lu gbogbo wọn pa.
We are not taking calls, please.
We are watching. Wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ kọ́ kíní lé wọn lọ́wọ́ kọ́ máa ń lè wọlé wo igbó èrò wọn kọ́ kóró wọn jáde kọ́ rí pé àwọn èèyàn mi wọ́n kú wọ́n dákẹ́ síbẹ̀ wọ́n ń gbowó wọ́n ní èèyàn kan wá ń wọ́n kátẹ̀gbà pé wọ́n ń gbàdúrà against wọn wọn lágbára yẹn wọ́n ń ṣàgbà nìyẹn. So ìgbà tí gbogbo àwọn àgbà wa ti kúlẹ̀ Yorùbá olófin gbogbo wa yìí jẹ́ wá because àgbà máa ń tó tán ni ó máa ń délẹ̀ tó tán ni wọ́n á dìde wọn á lọ kojú ogun àgbà nìyẹn. Ṣàgbà yẹn tó bá ń kọ ní kí n dá sí nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi, thank you so much. Tá a bá fi ìyá ẹ má bínú torí mo ní yes yeah I'm coming ẹ má bínú apparently is my kíní ló ṣubú. Everything is back to normal because I'm on charge the phone anyway, and that's why there was a bit of movement. Don't play with the clip. Google clip. I'm going to take that off. You're not watching it. Adejoma wanu lele ni ko lọ sí school leni so ajo ma po nínú lele àárọ̀ yìí ni àtọmọ Odua. Mo prepare studio ni. Okay, maybe I will just push as soon as when I need that change. Okay, so maybe we'll take calls, but if it's ready, then I will stop the calls. So, long play that TV guy. Hello. More program on Chevy Dasini.
Yes, only program no.
Oh, that no like the kidney she phone she link. Oh, mama, affect you. Okay.
Oh, I know mo fẹ́ sọ le ma bi. Àwọn èèyàn wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kí ni kàdé prison yẹn tẹ̀lé wọn break.
Yeah.
Ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n ti tẹ̀ because àwọn tó bá sọ kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ti sàlẹ̀ wọn máa wá.
Àwọn bọ̀ sálẹ̀ nìyẹn. Wọ́n bọ̀ sálẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹ parọ́. Wọ́n bọ̀ ní sálẹ̀ ni you're right, yes. Gbogbo àwọn tó sá kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n bọ̀. I don't know whether the audio is too connected.
Ẹ̀yin ọba ẹ̀gbọ́n àtẹ̀yìn nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀gbọ́n àtẹ̀yìn ni ọlọ́pàá ń tẹ̀yìn lámì à ń tẹ̀yìn ni. Nínú wọn kò tó bọ́ dé ipa èyí gbọ́ fún ara yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ pinnu wá dùn.
Ẹ̀wọ́n ní tó bá wọn ní kẹrú, ẹ̀yin lè fi tọmọ jẹ ẹ̀yìn àmì ọlọ́pàá ẹ̀yìn security wa. Ẹ̀mí kó ṣẹ́gun gan tó bá pa àwọn náà fún ara wọn, àwọn ọmọ wọn ń kọ́ àwọn ìyàwó wọn kọ́. Ẹ má torí owó, ẹ má torí ètò, ẹ wá bá ọ̀la yín jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ ìṣàánú wa. Àwọn tó ń bọ̀ yẹn ṣe ìjọmọ́jọ kan wọlé ẹ̀jọ̀ ìṣàánú wa ẹ̀jọ̀ sí ọjọ́ ọ̀run. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa tẹ̀jẹ̀ wọlé pé kí wọ́n fẹ́ jọ àtẹ̀yìn ní Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni ọ̀dà. Thank you so much. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n return. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá wa. I can mash it pápápá, but we need láti lọ sí studio. So we still have 15 minutes to play with. I think again lost it 20 minutes ago. UAE. Once again, a very good afternoon. Those that have left the prison now, people actually escape, okay? So prepare for you to see anybody that can kill you and then nobody is going to do anything. You might need problem with it because about it connect, so I don't want to waste too much time. Again, let's see Paris so that at least machine less than 10 minutes to play with as I'm getting ready for Star Radio UK. So Archie, you are on, okay? Archie, you are on. Let's get the mic on here.
Hello.
Oh yeah, but I said the kia, and not waste too much time. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Àmín. Ẹ bá mi ṣàmì. Àmín Allah. Ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ kí n tó sọ̀rọ̀ kan. Àmín. And mute to the back and bomb on the other side. Okay. Amen. Thank you so much. Hello, caller. To what name by? Oh yeah, Kia.
Hello, Abba.
Go ahead. I'm going, sir.
I'm going to know. All the time you watch.
Okay.
Ebe mi ṣe nígbàgbọ́ pé tó bá tásìkò ṣe mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá ń lé ewúrẹ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó bá ti kún ògiri.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹbọ kan kọjá kù ní àkọjú sẹ́niyẹn náà.
Okay. Money breaking news kan tí mo fẹ́ fún wa nísìn. OPEC Secretary General. Then die.
Ṣé kò náà ti àtàkì Buhari náà báyìí nìyẹn? Abẹ́rẹ́ gbọ́n àtàkì Buhari.
Àwọn náà gbọ́ agbọ́lá náà.
A ní wọ́n máa wọlé, wọ́n máa àìmọ́jọba ló máa sọ ni. Ṣé àtọ́ba tó fi Fúlàní jẹ o? Àbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọba tí ò fi Fúlàní jẹ ọ̀tún o? Gbogbo ọ̀nà máa jí pé ńgbà tó bá yá tó bá tásìkò. Ara yà àwọn lẹ́nu nígbà tó bá jọba gbé owó tó yẹ pé in fact èèwọ̀ nation kan ò nílé avoid náà máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn. Orí aláìsẹ̀ àtẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹni tó ń tọrọ jẹ tí ò yẹ kó tọrọ jẹ ló máa ṣẹ̀dá òun ló máa ṣèdájọ́. Ìgbà díẹ̀ títí nínú báyìí ló kú náà.
Ẹ bá wa ṣe kíákíá.
Everybody ti mọ̀ pé something is coming up.
Everybody ti mọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àwa lákan wọ́n ní wọ̀ ìtí gbọ́ so everybody kan ló mọ̀.
Àwa la máa jáde fúnra wọn nígbà tó bá yá pé enough
is enough.
Ó ní kọ́ anybody. A máa jáde without calling ourselves. Ẹ máa wò gbà díẹ̀ tí ní báyìí ló kù. Ó ti ráìpù tán tẹ̀sán bá ti ráìpù tán kó bàjẹ́ kó má ṣe jẹ náà ló kù. Nigeria has gone.
It's gone.
Adùn Nigeria wọ́n ti yọ́pọ̀ nínú ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti yọ́pọ̀ nínú Nigeria. So what I will now be saying about everybody is crying to the body. Àtẹni tó ní àtẹni tí ò ní. Mo sọ fún yín last time. Even I was even planning to even sell one of my house now to relocate to Oboya Ghana bí Benin. Because the way it's going now. Ẹ má yẹ kí n tọ̀ yín. Almost an every day.
Gbogbo àná ọ̀kọ̀lá máa sá lọ. Ẹ ṣé gan-an ẹ̀gbọ́n mi torí time ni and I have to let you go. Thank you so much. Mo ní mo tẹ̀ fi gba call tẹ́lẹ̀ so I can squeeze ẹ̀ náà ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré gba ẹ bá ti ń pè ẹ ṣe kíákíá because mo ṣe láti lọ change aṣọ mi. I have a breaking news. The OPEC Secretary General have died. Again, fún ní ojú ẹ̀ kọ́lọ̀ kó fọ̀rùn kẹ à ń fi kú yànyàn. Ẹni sùúrù yá mi ẹ jẹ́ n sáré ṣe breaking news. Ẹni sùúrù yá mi. So arákùnrin tẹ̀ ń wò yìí is the OPEC Secretary General. Bakindo dies after meeting Buhari. According to the news, the Secretary General of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, Mohammed Bakindo, is dead. Bakindo died late yesterday. The Group Managing Director of Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mele Kaire, announced Bakindo's death in Twitter post to his verified Twitter handle. Call on phone. Okay. Egbo's okay.
Ṣé mi?
Yeah. Go ahead, Missy. Yes.
Okay. Ẹ káàárọ̀ mo kí yín ní kíákíá. Ẹ ṣe rí kò ní ìdìrí pé à ń sọ pé bákan lọ títí mọ́. Ẹni bá ní òun ò tí ì gbọ́ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, wọ́n á gbọ́ ní tipátipá kò ní ìdìmọ̀. Torí pé kí ni gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, gbogbo wa fúnra ara wa la fa nǹkan tó wà lẹ́yìn. Ẹ lọ ka kí ni security funds tí Jonathan tó kó sílẹ̀. Ṣé bí bàbá tí wọ́n pa ọmọ ẹ̀ ní Èkìtì, wọ́n pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jọ pín owó yẹn. So ẹ̀sán máa ké lórí gbogbo ìyọ̀rọ̀ kí wúwo káfọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún. À ń sọ kò sí nǹkan fún àní nítorí pé lè jẹ́ tiwa àbíbá kan. Gbogbo wọn náà pín owó yẹn. So bó ní owó tó ń fún wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà. Àníṣe àwọn tó ń ṣe security tiwọn ló máa dojú ìbọn kọ àwọn náà sìn. Nígbà tí bàbá Adébóyè ń sọ wípé kọ́ńtà máa mú párí àbí kí ni nǹkan ní kọ́ lọ́ máa fi ṣe security. Kọ́wọn náà kó security ẹ̀yìn wọn, kọ́ńtà wọn sílẹ̀ kọ́ wá mú tán ní kọ̀wé èèyàn máa mú yẹn, kọ́wọn náà fi ṣe security. Tí Jésù ò bá tó wọ́n ṣe security, kọ́ yẹ máa fún àwọn ènìyàn ní wrong information. Advice tí àwọn ò bá lè ṣe, kọ́ gbébọn kọ́ máa ṣe kíní. Parí iṣẹ́ ìyẹn ló mú àwọn rìn. Wọ́n jẹ́ ìlú òyìnbó, wọ́n rìn fúnra ara wọn láìsí security. Why tán lè ṣerú ẹ̀ nílùú wọn? Tí ò bá jẹ́ wípé gbogbo wọn náà jọ bá ilẹ̀ jẹ́. Gbogbo wọn tó pín gbogbo owó security fund ti wá. Kí wọ́n sọ ìlú di báṣabàṣà. Gbogbo wọn lálẹ́ máa dá lẹ́jọ́. Ilẹ̀ máa lanu pé gbogbo wọn mi. Torí wọn fi wá lọ́kàn balẹ̀ níbí báyìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ṣe nǹkan sílẹ̀ wọ́n ò lè ná wọ́n ò lè lò ó. Kí ló dé kí lára lọ́wọ́ wọn? Wọ́n dà ń jà sípò. Àwọn ọmọléèwé wà ní kínní. Wọ́n wọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Tọ́kọ̀ àwọn students come back to school. Irọ́ àpò tí yẹn ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n du ìbò náà kò tún 2023. Wọ́n tẹ̀sẹ̀ gbọ́ nǹkan mi mọ́. Irú ìlú wo ni jákujàku iná? Aṣojú wọn. Wọn ò ní kọ́ wọn. Tó bá súnkọ̀ kiri ni bàbá oní kàlẹ́ndà. Wọ́n kọjú sí wọn. Àwọn tó ń ṣàwọn náà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pawọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́kọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé bàbá.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín ìyá wa. As we I only have 8 minutes. So kò ń ṣe gbogbo yín náà lè máa láǹfààní àti wọlé nísìn. So because mo ní láti lọ dress up fún Star Radio. So ẹni tó ń pè 30 seconds then ẹ go straight to the point. Àwa ni ẹ.
Tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé àwọn ìgbẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà wà ní ìdíje bàbá ti ṣe tán àmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ níta ní ìfọwọ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ibi ká ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ òun náà ní ìdíje àbọ̀ very soon.
Ibi tó bá ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Thank you so much. 30 seconds. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti lè ṣe 30 seconds then ẹ ní láti pè. 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, man, disconnect. It goes straight to the point.
Hello, Koiki.
Mo wà lórí program. Ṣàbẹ̀wò àwẹ̀ ṣàbẹ̀ dá sí ni.
Yes, sir. Mo wà àwẹ̀ mo fẹ́ dá sí.
Oh yeah, gbóhùn sókè. 30 seconds.
Ọlọ́run máa fún yín.
Àmín Jésù Kristi, inshallah.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Ní ìjà lánàá tí mo bá mẹ́rin mi sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay.
Wọ́n ń gbé ní Olódó.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní pé ibì kan wà ní Ìdí Ọ̀sán lọ́nà Lálùpọ̀n.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti pe chairman àdúgbò ìdọ̀hún ní ìdákọ̀dọ̀
tí wọ́n.
Wọ́n ní àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà ti pe àwọn pé ṣé kò sí nǹkan ní ọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní kò sí nǹkan náà wọlé kan níbẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pa àwọn èèyàn nínú ilé yẹn.
Níjọ́ òlélé.
Lọ́nà Lálùpọ̀n lólódó.
Mo ní níjọ́ òlélé.
Ẹ̀mọ́ ìmí sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fún mi. Wọ́n ní yóò ti tó ìjẹta náà sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fún mi.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní àti tó bẹ́ẹ̀ before days báyìí. So ó ní mo ní kí n sọ fún yín o. Àwọn òróró yẹn wọ́n wà láàrin yẹn o.
Gbogbo èèyàn náà ló tún gbọ́ ìtẹ̀sọ̀ yìí ẹ ṣé gan. Tí bá sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè má like Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. Ó máa ń sọ ní gbogbo gbà. News is underreported in that shit hole country. News ó wà underreported in Nigeria. Ẹni tó ń pè láti UAE tó bá ti lọ nísìn network yóò lọ so àná àlè stress lé lórí tó bá lọ kò sí nǹkan tá a fi ṣe sí. Yes. The nose. Yeah, Floyd. I'm going on the radio now. I don't want no noise, okay? You promise me?
Yeah.
I love you. You want?
I pray
Later, we'll have ice cream later, okay, when I finish radio. Oh, yeah, 30 seconds. It goes okay. After 30 seconds, now disconnect. Come on, no radio. We need to change 6 minutes money. It goes okay.
Okay. Mo kàn fẹ́ ju question kan ní sàn. By the time Tabala fẹ́ ṣe rally Oduduwa Nation anywhere, this Nigeria location 419, they go seize the network. Ṣé a lè rí talking tó yẹ pé ó máa ń pick tẹ́lẹ̀ rí bíbá sọ̀rọ̀ ni mo ń béèrè.
Okay, all right. Those information are very sensitive. It's not something that we give on air. All right, no problem. I saw it later, Luria. All right. There are some questions that we will not have to answer. Tabatija network, gbogbo àjọ wà nínú red nìyẹn. Àwọn náà kò sí àwọn tó máa ríra wọn. So àjọ máa ṣe jàmbá yẹn níra. 30 seconds lẹ́ni, community láti lọ sókè lọ change this thing.
Hello,
I go straight to the point.
Nǹkan tí mi kọ́ fẹ́ sọ lórí nǹkan jẹjọ́ responses sí bí àwọn information kan wà tó wà very very sensitive. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn kan ń bá mi sọ ní sìrìjà kìíní kan wà disclose nǹkan pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀ṣẹ́ kìíní kan. So ẹ jọ bí ìnífẹ́ ká wà fọ́ọ̀n láti sọ gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ká sọ síta. Mi ní ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sá.
Thank you so much. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, I have to definitely go upstairs. Community láti lọ change outfit mi from studio. Only if I get somebody that will hold the line for me while I come back. If not, I'll just play something. More conscious about post headlines in Kotamaso. And then Wednesday, I can pay to run Lossi Parliament. Lano, we had 2 cabinet ministers, Need Louis, the health secretary at the chancellor, or resign. I don't have in Nigeria. How am I resign in Nigeria? I think they will never resign. So all right, anyway, I can put the other laptop. You know what? Now that you I've been this kitchen at the face so I'm going to sometimes it's like that. The broadcast goes straight into the so my movie was to be bye.
Prime Minister's question time later and a grilling by senior MPs. Mr. Johnson's premiership has been planned.
What did that set in? What did that set in? Boris Johnson, Rubai. Louis. What did that set in?
What would he tell them? But of course, he appointed Nadim Zahawi.
Okay. All right, Said. Hold on. See program yet. I think they will change.
Okay, sir.
All right. One more sorry, look about it. I'll take over.
Okay. Gẹ́gẹ́ kí n tiẹ̀ wá fi opportunity eléyìí tí wọ́n fi ní pé kí n hold on sí line kí n fi play voice note ti bàbá wa Chief Sunday Adéníyì Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho voice note tí wọ́n release fún gbogbo àwa ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé ní àárọ̀ yìí wípé kí a wà very very calm kí a wà very very calm kí a má jẹ́ kí èdè àwọn dáràndáràn ká má jẹ́ kí èdè wọn kí ó ràn wá voice note yẹn mo fẹ́ try láti play yìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kí èdè àwọn dáràndáràn kó ràn wá at all because a ti débi tí à ń lọ already. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè tí ó fi bàbá wa Chief Sunday Adéníyì Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho tí Elédùmarè fi irú kan bàbá yìí tí ó fi wọ́n ta wá lọ́rẹ voice note náà ni mo fẹ́ place ní etí gbogbo wa kí a gbọ́ ká mọ̀ wípé àṣì èèyàn àṣì olórí tẹ̀lé olóríire ni olórí tí à ń tẹ̀lé olóríire olórí ayọ̀ olórí ìdùnnú olórí alálùbáríkà gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń kó wa jẹ yìí ẹni ire ni wọ́n voice note náà ni mo fẹ́ play sí gbogbo wa ká gbọ́ yìí. Kí Ọlọ́run ọba tó ní wá tó mọ̀ wá tó mọ̀ wá tó mọ̀ ohun tá à ń jìyà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tó sì mọ̀ ohun tí a yà tó bá dọ̀la kí ọlọ́mọ yà wá níyàkúyà ọba tó ní wá. Lẹ́yìn náà mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá mi ẹ̀yin màmá mi mo kí ọmọdé mo kí àgbà mo kí ọkùnrin.
nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mo fi bẹ̀yìn ẹ̀yin Yorùbá náà sọ pé kọkùnrin orí jò kóbìnrin ọgbà síbi kíjọ wọn ti lọ ní ìkankan náà gbogbo wa jọ nílé èdè ní òye èdè àwọn wa pé gbogbo ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ tẹ́ ń ṣe fídíò mi jáde tẹ́ ń bóyá pàṣàkẹ́ tẹ́ ń bukú ya létìrì àtẹ̀tẹ̀ àtàkì bàbá gbọdọ̀ yìí mo bẹ̀ yín ni o mo fẹ́ kí n fẹ́ kẹjẹ́ kí èdè ló ṣe kó mọ́ wa o àti débi tá ń lọ tán ẹ wo gbogbo kálàtà ti ṣe látẹ̀yìn ẹ wo gbogbo nǹkan tó ti bàjẹ́ tọ́lọ́dẹ̀ ti gbà fún wa Ọlọ́run ti gbà fún wa àwọn Fúlàní yìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ nígbàgbọ́ pé wọn ò dákẹ́ o wọ́n lè ṣe oríṣiríṣi nǹkan láti darí wa ẹjọ́ tó gbogbo ẹ̀ ń bọ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe fi tẹ̀ ń ṣe kí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ tọ́pẹ́ láti ṣe lọ báyìí tó ẹgbẹ́ lóòótọ́ kì í ṣe máa wọn lóṣèlú ló ń lò yìí ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà ẹni so ẹ̀yin Yorùbá nígbà pé ọmọ ẹnu ọ̀gbẹ́ apàdímọ́ táwọn bàbá wa táwọn ìyá bá tẹ̀ mistake ọ̀gbẹ́ ẹnu tí wọ́n láti mọ̀ bú wọn ẹjọ́ mọ́rọ̀ yìí ni o mo fẹ́ kẹ́ stop ẹ̀ àwọn àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ yìí títí Friday àgbẹ̀mí bàbá wa bá jẹ́ Akíntóyè mọ́mọ́ wa Olítìrí mọ́mọ́ wa Janet Masaki àti àwọn àgbàgbà àwọn bàbá wọn tó ní àtàwọn tó jẹ́ àwọn àgbàgbà tẹ́yẹ̀ spẹ́ wọn wà nù program yẹn níbi wọ́n bá nǹkan dé wọ́n sàlàyé wa láàrin àwọn pèsè tó kù tẹ́yẹ ká gbé wọn máa analyze gbogbo kẹ̀kẹ́ yẹn fún wa lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ tí ó lè jọ yé wa ẹjọ́ obìnrin yìí o gómìnà Sunday Igboho lẹ́ka sí ẹ̀dá mọ́ ẹjọ́.
yà òun ní kíkọ́ ní ẹnu bàbá wa yẹn tí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ará dé òun ni ẹ ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu bàbá wa yẹn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká wà very very calm. Ó dùn mí dùn pé mi ò mọ́nítọ̀ fóònù yìí mi ò mọ́nítọ̀ ṣó yìí pẹ̀lú fóònù kankan mo kàn ń pè ẹ̀ direct ni ṣùgbọ́n ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó máa ń dùn mọ́ èmi Saheed Akínwọlé Àjàní tí gbogbo yìí máa ń pè Saheed ọmọ bọ́tà ni pé tí bàbá wa bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí mo máa ń láì pé kí ẹ máa tẹ láì kẹ̀dẹ̀ máa tẹ love máa play voice note yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí
mo ti padà dé mo ti padà dé nísìn because mo ní láti lọ sórí studio nísìn 11 minutes past so then I take her up tí bá tún parí program again so Oṣegani thanks so much lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ òun lẹ ti gbọ́ tí ọmọ bọ̀tá náà ti play yẹn so now I have to now switch to tàbá ti switch nísìn òyìnbó pẹ̀rẹ̀pẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ má bínú a lè fi Yorùbá sọ broadcast nísìn so now we're gonna go live on the Star Radio so everybody can still see laptop is loud so you'll be able to hear me when I speak so there will not be any need for concern kí n kọ́ máa pè ó tẹ́ bá pè ṣe you know kí ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ I don't want to say it now what do you want before I go on live radio what do you want yeah when I finish the radio okay you're not going to school today okay so when I finish then we come and do what do you want okay we play outside when I finish we play outside together okay let me finish the radio first no me and you we play outside your sister is going to school okay now come up we cannot disturb Star Radio official because it's quite a lot of news to push to them this morning attacking presidential convoy. I don't think people understand what that means. We will attack a presidential convoy. Country is gone. Our Nimasotiwa, we will continue and we will not get tired. So let me put this one here. If I start it Twitter so that every platform people will catch what I'm talking about. Now let's go live to the studio. Enjoy the conversation with me and Archie. Oshesa Idomobota, and thanks so much for that powerful message that was put out.
Now, some other story. Nigerian soldiers begin search for divisional police officer abducted by terrorists in Kaduna. Well, it's all going on like no man's business. But having the president's convoy, advanced convoy being attacked by terrorists. Woo, where? In the president's own backyard, Katsina, where the president hails from, is quite a worrying one. But whatever it is, we're going to be looking into all those stories. So wherever you are, don't you go away. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I've now got with me Mr. Olayomi Koiki. And let me say, Katsina, where the president. Good morning to you.
studio. Good morning to all our listeners and our viewers from around the globe. And good morning to you, Mr. Archie. Good morning to all our presenters. And I say welcome to Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. It is exactly 5 minutes past. And I can tell you as usual, it is very calm outside as I speak this morning.
Well, it seems to be calm outside, but there's stuff going on in the UK at the moment. Now, what was your reaction to the resignation of Chancellor Rishi Sunak and Sajid Javid, the health secretaries? What was the reaction to that when the news broke?
Well, remember that, Sajid was the first person that tendered his resignation. And in just under 30 minutes or thereabout, I could also get the breaking news that, the Chancellor was also, tendering the resignation. I know that there's been uncertainty with the Conservative Party, and the concern now is, is the party going to hold on together? Would there be a leadership change is the question that a lot of people are talking about. Remember that when Boris Johnson was in Kigali in Rwanda, the question was, whether there will be a lot of activities that would happen. He had to run back to Downing Street yesterday, but the question this morning to the British is, what impact does it make when a chancellor resigns? And what lesson can we learn when we talk about the democracy here in the UK, and as against the one in Nigeria, where we expect a lot of resignation should have occurred, but yet this does not happen in African countries. But it seems Boris Johnson is going through a lot of pressure, like Raskimono will say, under pressure, just as Nigeria this morning is going through a lot of turbulence, like somebody inside the aircraft.
Well, listeners, it is Star Radio UK. Mr. Olamiko again, our North London studios. I'm Archie, and because it's a Wednesday edition, and we're going to be taking to the House of Parliament, so we're going to crack on with it. But what's this story about the president's convoy being attacked, the advanced convoy being attacked by terrorists? Now, you give us the background, and how do they know that it's terrorists? Is it, what exactly has gone on?
Well, you do know that, any part of the globe, when presidents are moving, they would have to have what they call advanced team. Joe Biden have it, Boris Johnson have it. People that will go ahead of the president just to make things, as secure for him. But it wasn't going very well for the convoy that was already in Katsina State, in Katsina State, and had to encounter not unknown gunmen, not the IPOB, but the same terrorists that we've been talking about for how many years, when we discussed the issues of insecurity. We were told that 2 people were injured as terrorists. Again, these are terrorists that attacked the President Buhari's convoy in Katsina. Salah is coming, and Buhari tends to love to spend, that time, in Katsina, in Daura, precisely in his hometown. The attacker opened fire on the convoy from an ambush position. Some terrorists on yesterday, opened fire on President Muhammadu Buhari's advanced convoy deployed ahead of his trip to Daura, Katsina State. A statement was issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu. Gallant presidential guards repel attack on advanced team ahead of the president's visit. This was obtained yesterday. But the question then is, who is going to be the next victim? The next victim, I'll be explaining that because there was another prison jailbreak that occurred again in Abuja yesterday. From the information that we are getting, more than 1,000 inmates have nowhere to be found this morning.
More than 1,000 inmates cannot be found this morning. We know Abakari was also there as well, but we're talking about that. But let's relate with the president's convoy's attack now. So now, have they said what military enforcement to address the issue? Because definitely the president will be going to Katsina, he'll be going there. Definitely something, it's his routine, there's something like that. So have they, the military high command, have they said that they've sent maybe dispatched a team there, or what has been the response from them?
Well, the president would not be traveling on the road, so that means the chances of an ambush will be very, very slim. But what we do know is he will definitely be landing with his helicopter very close to his hometown. But let's take you back a little bit for those that might probably remember the last time the president was also in his hometown, and just about some few kilometers away there was a kidnapping that was taking place, by some, students that were also kidnapped. But the question you ask is whether, there will be a kind of, another advanced thing. Yes, I do know, they probably would have to put an extra security ahead as well. But the question is, if you take me off for just about 30 seconds, then I'll come back to you.
Okay. Well, listen, Mr. Olaimiko,
Working
hard to bring you everything that you need to know. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time down to 10 minutes past 11. It is the Wednesday edition of the morning show. We have Yomi back, and let's go back to him.
Yes. Well, when we look at the advanced thing that you talked about, the question is, was there an intelligent gathering ahead of those advanced things that the terrorists knew about, that even somebody within the same intelligent group was not aware of? Because when an advanced team is traveling, definitely they are fully equipped, and that means they will repel any attack, because again, it's an advanced team. But the question is, who gave the intelligence that the ambush took place? Ambush does occur, and when ambush occurs, that means there's another intelligent gathering. Remember last week, Wednesday, more than 30 innocent Nigerian military were massacred by the same terrorists in an ambush attack at the Shiroro mining in Niger State. The question is Nigeria a collapsing country? Just yesterday, we had the information minister, Lai Mohammed, yet in London, saying everything is fine. We've even been able to, give trade to 1,600 repentant Boko Haram. But as we speak right now, as the government is giving repentant Boko Haram a new trade, another 1,000 have literally left the prison, and maybe they might be getting back into the society where nobody knows where they'll be heading to.
Well, the question is, has anybody or any of the groups laid claim to the attack that took place? Do we have Boko Haram? Do we have ISWAP? Do we have any of them laying claim to the attack?
Well, not yet, to my understanding, because the attack only happened yesterday. So, but definitely, it was a terrorist attack. We do have the ISWAP, we have the ISIS, we have the Boko Haram, and we also have the unknown gunman that is working for the government as intelligence we do. But the question then is, they are all the same. Looking at what the late Dr. Malafi Obadia said, you shouldn't mix them up. Bandit, Boko Haram, ISWAP are working for the same agenda: Islamize Nigeria, overthrow the government if possible, and likewise grab the land, as intelligence have told us. Yesterday we played, Professor Kali Linsa on this show when he was giving us, is Nigeria a collapsing country? It seems that now that Nigeria is collapsing after Kuje prison at about 9 p.m. local time was also attacked, and this was one of the the closest that we can hear when it comes to someone. Remember, prisons are, there's always residential homes, just as we have it here in UK, but this was what the sound was coming out yesterday.
If you can hear the sound now, Kuje prison is under attack, serious attack. You can hear the sound of bullets. This is the sound of the bullet. Serious attack. For how many minutes have they been shooting? God help Nigeria. Jesus.
Play it one more time.
If you can hear the sound now, Kuje prison is under attack, serious attack. You can hear the sound of bullets. This is the sound of the bullet. Serious attack. For how many minutes have they been shooting? God help Nigeria. Jesus.
Well, the guy was actually calling Jesus, so I'm not sure whether Jesus will come down. But let's hear what the governor Autumn had to say prior to this, and I'll come back to you in the studio.
Rescue these people. Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, Igbo, they went after him.
I'm going to play that back again.
As he being kept by these bandits. Where are the security? Where is the president? Where is the security to go out and rescue these people? Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, Igbo, they went after him in the southwest and we're able to stop him. At least we're not hearing about people again. Why can't they stop this Fulani men who are terrorizing this country and made it impossible? They come to Benue and kill, just in my local government, within the space of 40 people have been killed, more than 40 people. In another local government, over 20 people were killed, and then you want me to keep quiet. They want to intimidate us. I will never be intimidated. At least let me talk. If at the end nothing happens, and some of you are keeping quiet, keep quiet to your shame. But I want to say that the rest of Nigerians, you people are joking. I raised alarm in 2016.
Keep quiet. We are not keeping quiet here on Star Radio UK, and we are not calling Jesus, but we are calling on the government to review and do the needful so that we can protect innocent lives. I'll come back again to you in the studio.
Yes, listeners, it's quite a serious situation that's happening in Nigeria at the moment, where you have people talking about it that way. But, you know, there is this conspiracy theory where we are looking at the fact that, the 2023 election will not happen because the government will then say maybe there's going to be coup d'etat, or maybe government, the military have to take over and say that because of insecurity. Do you think we are getting to that place? Do you think that is what seems to be happening now?
Well, let's first go on our time clock on Star Radio UK and say how many more days before, if an election will hold, based on the question you asked. Looking at the time clock, which we have set up, on our website, it says 219 days, 13 hours, 43 minutes, and the seconds keep dropping. Will there be an election? Looking at the INEC, the political party, there's a lot of preparation for that. As we know, people are getting their PVC, as they've been told, so that they can vote out, the current government, or voting a new one, as even Peter Obi was saying, this morning. And this is what Peter Obi actually had to say before I respond to your question. Peter Obi was literally saying, that Nigeria is under comatose, and that means, he will be the only one that can, rescue Nigeria. According to Peter Obi, Peter Obi said Nigeria is in coma and it needs me as the savior. I don't know how he's going to do that on a fraudulent 1999 military decree constitution, but what you've asked is, will there be an election in 2023? Looking at the instability that is happening, looking at the firepower of the terrorists, looking at the way they are moving from point A to B without any repel back from the federal government, it's now showing just exactly what the late Dr. Malafia is saying, that 2022 is something that we must continue to monitor. It's something that we must continue to talk about, because Malafia says this is the year after they attack the rural area, they're going to come out into the urban city. The urban city is where Kuje prison is, and that's exactly where it took place at about 9 p.m. We're not talking about in about middle of the night, about 12 midnight. This happened at 9 p.m. local time in Abuja. The question then is, will there be an election in 2023, or will there be a instability by the agenda of the government and those in power and the cabal not to give power back to the Southwest, maybe for those that want Tinubu to become the president? Or Peter Obi, as the youth are campaigning without being paid a dime? The question is, will there be a Nigeria in 2023?
Will there be a Nigeria in 2023? We'll be here. We'll bring you all that you need to know. It is Star Radio UK. Mr. Olaimi Koiki in our North London studios of Aji, here in the South studios, and we are looking at updates from Nigeria. But let's go to the Kuje prison issue that happened. Now, for the sake of those of us who have not been to that particular area, so we don't know how big is it, a maximum security prison, or is it some small prison? Well, so give a bit of a description if you can, and then tell us more about what took place.
Well, Kuje prison, as we know, is based in Abuja, and is where high-profile criminal. So the way I can explain it to those of us that are living in the United Kingdom is looking at Belmarsh. So if you look at Belmarsh, you would understand, the caliber of people kept in Belmarsh. We are talking about adding terrorists, not criminals. Terrorists that have created havoc, terrorists that are still going into under interrogation. Some of them have been there for years, and some of them are new. Probably maybe they're still working in terms of their recruit. In a statement which has now come out that attack actually took place, the Nigerian Correlation Service today confirmed the attack on the medium security custodial center in Kuje area of Abuja by the terrorists. in a statement by the spokesman Umar Abubakar, the service statement that it was yet to identify those behind the attack. The statement also did not disclose if there were any casualties or the jailbreak as a result. But the intelligence that we've got again this morning that is coming out, more than 1,000 inmates, including senior Boko Haram and terrorist suspects, have now escaped from Kuje prison. Only 60 of them have been found back.
Now, I learned Abakari, that's where Abakari is being kept, and he has been, is he rescued or he has been secured somewhere?
Well, we wouldn't know this morning, just as, one of the Aden terrorists was also, escaped from Abolongo, correlation service in Ibadan, in Oyo State. The governor has not come out to tell us where he is. He has not been presented back to the, to the court for the video to capture him, whether he's still within the, the Oyo State, or maybe he has escaped. As we speak right now, nobody knows where Abba Kyari is. Maybe he has actually escaped, or he's decided to stay behind, trying to prove he's innocent against the allegation against him.
Well, if he stays behind, then I would say that maybe he's innocent. But if he's fled, then well, justice. All right then. It is Star Radio UK. Now let's look at another story talking about a threat from a terrorist group saying that, well, the Abuja Kaduna train, the terrorists who attacked that train are saying that giving 24 hours to slaughter victims. What is all that about? Are they demanding some ransom to be paid and has not been paid by government, and that's why they're going on that path?
Well, remember, more than a month ago, precisely on the March 28th, there was a terrorist attack on the Kaduna-Abuja train network. Multiple numbers of people were killed. Multiple numbers of people were also kidnapped. But the information this morning is, if we do not get the, the demand, which is again the ransom that we want, then we would have no other option than to kill those that we have actually, taken in their, with them. So the question again goes back to what the government is doing, in terms of negotiation, what the government is doing in terms of to rescue these individual people. But what I can say is those individuals are now praying that they do not get killed, as one of them was killed last week.
Well, listeners, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:22. And it is the Wednesday edition of the morning show, the 6th of July, 2022. You know that we work from home at times, and therefore we have our little ones who from time to time get in to give us a bit of support there. All right then. Now let's come to one other story, then I'll leave you to look at the others. Now, OPEC Secretary General visits Buhari. After that, is he a Nigerian?
Well,
in the first place.
Well, this morning as we, the news was filtering out, that yes, he is a Nigerian. Muhammad Sanusi Bakindo was a Nigerian politician from 1st of August 2016 until his death yesterday. May he so rest in peace. He was born on the 20th of April 1959 in Yola, Nigeria, and he died yesterday, 5th of July 2022. He studied at Ahmadu Bello University and also southeastern Nigeria. But the news, it was, the OPEC Secretary General, as we know that Nigeria is the 6th largest, crude oil, but we don't produce anything, but we do have good amount of crude oil where we send to other countries to help us, reproduce it. OPEC Secretary General Mohammed Bakindo have died. Bakindo was in its final weeks of 6-year tenure as the group's head. Oil veteran had returned to Nigeria ahead of a post-OPEC career, according to what we know. OPEC Secretary General Mohammed Bakindo, an oil industry veteran who steered the group through the creation of OPEC Alliance, has died in his native Nigeria, the group says. Bakindo is 63 years old, was in his final week, like we said, after 6 years tenure as a top diplomat at the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, where he headed his Vienna-based secretary. He had returned to Abuja in preparation for the post. The news of his death was announced by Melik Kayiri. We lost our esteemed Dr. Mohammed Sanusi Bakindo. He died at about 11 p.m. yesterday. So it was a very terrible day for Nigeria yesterday, looking at the, the presidential, advanced convoy attack, looking at the Kuje prison, and about other criminality that is happening that do not get into the news headline. Like we say, may so rest in perfect peace. Star Radio UK, I'll come back to you in the studio.
Yes, listeners, may you so rest in perfect peace.
We'll try and get it. We'll try and get his picture up in just about a few minutes as the engineer are working on that.
Yeah. Did the family say what might have been the cause of his death? Did he have any underlying health issue that might have taken his life?
Well, not to our knowledge. All we do know is his last meeting or his last engagement was with the president before he died. What could have led to his death is still a question that a lot of Nigerians and a lot of probably the international community would also love to know. But what we do know is most times when we're in our 60s, our 50s, we might have some different kind of what we can call underlying ailment that probably will not be disclosed to the members of the public. But as of today, what we can say is Bakindo has gone to where we will probably have to only remember some of what he has done and some of is what he did as we do know, and that is right there from the background where we are just gonna bring that a little bit closer from the engineer that are working, and that is right there. May so rest in peace. As the announcement of his death came yesterday.
May his soul rest in perfect peace, as we've said. But we'll leave you and me to bring you the rest of the story that's making the rounds, and then bring us what is happening on social media platform as well. So over to you, Yo.
Well, I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible because today is the Wednesday edition and we have to go to the Prime Minister where it's going to be very hot down there. Logistics firm declared profit growth of 87%. Also, controversies surround Abba Kyari's whereabouts after the attack on Kuje prison. We'll probably find out a little bit more, when we come back tomorrow. Nigerian banks underdeveloping the nation. That is coming from the headline. Let's look at that because quite a lot of Nigerians do complain about, the banking sector. The cursory investigation of the Nigerian economy reveals the diverging fortunes for the financing sector led by the banks and the real sector led by the manufacturing. With a decline in manufacturing, we're not actually manufacturing anything. Now at 9% of the gross domestic product from the height of 20% in the early 80s. In the 80s, we have the Okin biscuit, we have, the Odudua Tola tires, we have, all kind of production that was happening in Nigeria from the north to the southeast to the southwest, but everything has finally plundered, and then fortune to decline with the belief that the real sector, the manufacturing, the sustain the banks, at least for developing economies. Such logic has been turned on its head. In regions of the country, while manufacturing has disappeared, banking branches have increased. You wonder where the money is coming if nobody's producing anything. Meanwhile, the Central Bank of Nigeria has now assumed the role of a retail bank by directly funding all types of sector, from farming to power generation. Here in UK, if I needed a loan, I will walk to any of the high street bank. If I have the right business plan, if I have the right credit facility or credit score, I will be able to obtain a loan. But that is the reverse in Nigeria because the manufacturing sector has literally collapsed while the banking sector has literally become more popular. So that means more Nigerians are being deducted from their little penny going into their account. And sometimes when people have overdrawn the account, the moment money goes in, the bank takes their own first before giving you the balance. This fund has been set aside from profit of banks to encourage them to finance the real sector. So the question again is, Nigerian banks underdeveloping the nation is the headline. I'm going to go straight to the social media because of our time constraint this morning. And when we come back maybe later on Nigeria Voices, we will have a lot to discuss. As you can imagine, Peter Obi keeps pushing, as he's still trending this morning on number one. Hashtag Peter Obi for President 2023. Hashtag Peter Obi, number one. Arise TV is number two. And likewise, Kuje Prison has literally dropped down. As at yesterday, it was trending on number one. But Kuje Prison is now on number four. Let's look at the reaction of Nigeria this morning on the Kuje, prison break. According to IPOP family at Eruga 08. Breaking news, all the terrorist prisoners in Kuje freed. This Nigeria for you. Get ready, Nigerians. So the question is, if these terrorists have been released, will they be creating more havoc? We have to wait and see. Neferati says, while we condemn in strong terms the dastardly attack in Kuje prison and the attack on our dear President Buhari's convoy by the Boko Haram, we urge the President and his aide to be law-abiding and go about their normal business. We urge them not to take laws into their hands. You can see that that's a bit of a funny one there. Let's take a look at what Sonto Okonkwo is saying. Fulani terrorists attacked Buhari's convoy in Katsina, also invaded Kuje prison. No military or police checkpoint to stop them as usual. None of them will be arrested. Meanwhile, the military is busy moving armor tanks and ammunition to the southeast to kill the Igbo people. Let's take Mr. Adebayo. I worked in Kuje prison for more than 6 years. I'm mostly on night shift where danger is on the high risk. I have witnessed so many attacks, but you see this one, this boy came prepared for us. Imagine an attack that lasted for 2 hours. Welcome to Nigeria, and like we say, may Nigeria never happen to us.
Well, may Nigeria never happen to you wherever you are. But with this situation that has happened, the president's the attack on his advanced convoy. But my question: How has Nigerians? I mean, looking at picking what is on the ground. I mean, you read a couple of them. How do they feel? Do they feel that secure? Are people going about their duties, not giving a hoot about whatever? Or is it because, well, if we don't go, we're going to suffer, we're going to be hungry, I'm going to die, so let's just do it? Is that what is happening?
Well, most Nigerians feed on a daily, income. So that means, an average Nigerian that do not go out on the street would have to suffer for the whole day. It's not like here in UK where at least you have been paid a week ahead and then you still have a bit of change in your pocket. And that means that whatever this condition, whatever the situation, no matter the weather, no matter the news, it doesn't matter how bad the news is in Nigeria. Nigerians just continue as if life is nothing. Our massacre, Nigerians did not even react as you would have expected them. 4 months down the line, the student will probably say the military will kill us, so they would rather stay away. But the question is, who then will rescue Nigerians out of these comatose? But Peter Obi say Nigeria is in coma. I don't know what kind of engine is going to use to revive it, looking at the structure that is already in place. But he believes, just as the other presidential aspirant, that they can revive Nigeria back. But the self-determination groups are saying, we've now had enough. I think the best thing now is, let's break away, become more peaceful nation around ourselves. I was looking at a country yesterday while I was doing my late night presentation, and I looked at a country called Eswatini. Eswatini is just about 1.1 million. It's in South Africa. In South Africa.
Is that right? South Africa?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you could see that they have a better life that they are living. I also looked at another country, Bhutan. I've never heard about it until yesterday. Bhutan GDP is 2.4 billion US dollars 2 years ago. Their population is just under 1,771,000. Bhutan is a Buddhist kingdom on the Himalayas eastern edge. It's known for its monastery, forests, and dramatic landscape that the Igbo, the Yoruba, the Hausas, we all have all these, but living together has become a danger as what was created by the British in 1914. Is Nigeria going to survive 2023? Star Radio UK will be here to monitor all that. But when we look at countries that are smaller in size and doing very well, the question is, looking at the index that we were looking at yesterday, Ghana is much better to live as of today compared to living in Nigeria. Yemen is number 1 on that particular list. Nigeria is number 12. And most other African countries are just below. A lot of Nigerians that are living in Libya say, I would rather die in Libya, even though they don't have a government. When we look at the fragile state, Libya is number 17. Like I said, Nigeria stands at number 2. Other countries like UK are much stable at 153, 54, America. When you talk about 172, these are countries that are very peaceful. When I look at Benin Republic, you would think that it will also be unstable. But Benin is very, very stable. The question is, fragile state, Nigeria stand at number 12. When you look at the ICP, the corrupt index in Nigeria, Nigeria stands at 154 as against 180 countries that have been put together. And that is the reason why the corruption of an allegation or someone that took 80 billion as the accountant general will continue to let the international community look at all Nigerians and say, you will probably be a victim as well should we give you the opportunity. But that is not meant to be if we are our own indigenous people. But the question is, Peter Obi say, I will revive Nigeria out of this coma.
Now, let me ask you one quick question before we go. It's important because I know our listeners, you are enjoying it. Yes, at times we become one and we have to just discuss one thing that will benefit our listeners. We will do it because we are here for our listeners. Now, a quick one. Now, should it happen that we have a Yoruba nation, there's the break, are there going to be borders, and how are you going to flush out all these terrorists, let me put it that way, who are causing all this mayhem? How are you going to work on that?
Well, it's going to definitely take some time. Just as other countries around the world have been able to tighten their borders. At some point, Nigerians were getting a stamp or visa right from UK border entry. But this time around, you would have to send your details ahead before a visa will be approved. You cannot just go to America today without a kind of verification and a vetting. Yes, there will be people that will have to do a lot of work when it comes to the internal security to make sure that the first thing is defend the borders. And that way, they will stop the influx of these terrorists that are filtering through the country. And then we can start looking into the issues. Not that the present government cannot do it, but we know the present government is as compromised as anything else.
Wow. Listeners, Star Radio UK. Good morning to you. I hope you are doing well. And everyone in the US, we salute you. Amayo, hello to you. And Tassino, long time. I hope you are doing very well. Okay. Now, Yomi, so what are we looking at on Niger Voices this evening?
Well, again, it's going to have to focus back on security. Just last week, we had Bishop Adesina. Defend yourself is in the Bible, is under the United Nations Charter, is even inside, the fraudulent 1999 military decree. We will be having a guest, should the network be very good, a woman perspective on the security and what we should be doing more. That is going to be what we're going to be discussing later on Niger Voices at exactly 1800 hours. Make sure you be part of that program on Star Radio UK. 6 p.m. local time here in UK, 6 p.m. local time back for those that are going to be watching us from Nigeria.
Thank you very, very much, Yomi. And we'll see you later on.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Well, listeners, it is Star Radio UK.
Okay. That's what I deal with. I can't wait for him to start full time. Anyway, I'm going to have to go now. He's not going to school, but I have to do one or two things. I need to tidy up a little bit. Thank you so much, those of you that are. Abba Kyari is not to be found again. Oti Law is gone. Abba Kyari is gone. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson faces more resignation. How can resign than more than 10 resignations were submitted to the government since Tuesday, including letters from Cabinet Minister Rishi Sunak, Sajid Java, as well as 5 parliamentary private secretaries. This comes after Prime Minister Boris Johnson apologized for appointing Chris Pincher to a government role after misconduct complaint against the MP. Johnson is scheduled to appear in front of the Leasing Committee on Wednesday. This is the kind of system that we want, where we can bring our Prime Minister, our President. Oh yeah, Mabo. What's on the committee? Kí ló dé to employ Fido-Files in the government? Kí ló dé tẹ́ kówó jẹ? But fẹ́ yẹn náà. Àwọn tó máa parọ́ fún yín, àwọn lẹ fẹ́. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Àwọn ò lè fẹ́ parọ́. A ní ká máa lọ. That's what we do. Yeah. You will resign. But it's not going to happen in Nigeria. Anyway, mi fẹ́ lọ mu cereal. Mi tẹ̀ ní láti boil ẹ̀. Boil ẹ̀. I've been. Àbí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yẹn ká máa gba kọ́ọ̀lù lọ. Ṣé ká ṣe máa gba kọ́ọ̀lù lọ? Ṣé ká má parí ètò àbí ká parí ẹ̀? Ìjọba fẹ́ ni o. Inú lọ́ọ̀bì kankan tèmi o. Inú ilé mi lèmi wà o. Ìjọba máa bọ́ ilẹ̀ yìí. ikùn mi ti ń ṣe tọ̀ìtọ̀ì nígbà tá a rẹ̀ sínú àwẹ̀ ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ̀wọ̀ nínú àwẹ̀ ẹ̀yin sínú àwẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ìgbà àwẹ̀ ẹ bá fẹ́ pè a lè open phone line yẹn fún àwọn tó bá fẹ́ dá sí call gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀rẹ̀ pè tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ tí bá kọ̀ sí fẹ́ jẹun mọ̀ nílé jẹun níwájú yín wọ́n ti ní kí n máa jẹun níwájú yín wọn. Ìwé mo sọ fún ẹ kó má yọ mí lẹ́nu tẹ́lẹ̀ ìbí mo sọ fún ẹ yẹ mo ti ṣe tán ìbí mo sọ fún ẹ pé kó má yọ mí lẹ́nu kí ló dé tó gbọ́ àìtí ṣeré níta lọ́jọ́ kò mú bọ̀ I want to make breakfast go and sit down mo fẹ́ boil ẹ̀yìn kí ló wà ní kọ́bọ̀dì kúrò mẹ́. No, o ti mu drink láàárọ̀ yìí drink o tó fẹ́ mu o ti mu drink láàárọ̀ yìí. You want this one? Yeah, ṣáà move sẹ́yìn. Yeah, go. So go and sit down. Nigeria. Ìlú jágbajàgba. Yeah, go and sit down. Aniti, what do you say? Ọjọ́ kò mú bọ̀. Ẹ ká boil ẹ̀yìn. Tàbárẹ̀ ní tó fi dá sétò. If not, kakọ máa. No, fóònù wo? Fóònù tẹ́ ti sọnù. Mo mọ̀ mi tẹ́jú fóònù sí. Ọyọ̀ mi lẹ́nu. Ẹ ti sọ fóònù yẹn nù. Ahmed, ó máa tọjọ́ mẹ́ta kẹ̀. Ṣó ti padà sílé? Anyways, university were on strike. Ahmed Olalekan, my brother there, is a very powerful presenter. But mo mọ̀ pé ó padà lọ sí school. Ló mọ̀ ní sọ location yẹn fún èèyàn wa. Ṣó ti padà sí Ìbàdàn náà bó ṣe wà ní ibi tó wà yẹn? Somebody give us a super chat now. Thank you so much, boss. For Omodua. Omodua. Fún ẹ lóyún máa náwó ẹ̀ kábàá ṣe fún ẹ̀ wàláì. Bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú ló máa náwó ẹ̀ hàn. Ẹ jẹ́ ń bọ́ ilẹ̀ yín jọrí. Ṣáà ní para mi sí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé. A ti bẹ̀yìn títí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀fẹ́ gbọ́. Lẹ́yìn nísìn 24 ló wà nínú ẹ̀wọ̀n ṣe wọ̀nyí. 100 naira kọ́ ló ń tẹ̀yìn nísìn. Wọ́n ní wọ̀rọ̀ Abba Kyari ó ti sá lọ. Abba Kyari ti sá lọ àmọ́ ibi tó wà. A ti ba ayé jẹ́. Bọ́ ilẹ̀ yìí méjì náà ni mo lè jẹ. Tí bá jẹ ju méjì lọ màmá inú ọmọ àrùn mi nì. A ní Nàìjíríà òṣìṣẹ́ fọmọdé kò ṣiṣẹ́ fàgbàlagbà. Kí lẹ́nu fẹ́ ká tún sọ fún yín? Ẹ fẹ́ ká máa parọ́ fún yín àbí pé Nàìjíríà máa ṣiṣẹ́. Nàìjíríà lè ṣiṣẹ́. It's a fragile country. Ó ti mu juice tó bá fẹ́ síra padà wá. Ó ti jẹun láàárọ̀ yìí but oúnjẹ ọ̀sán ti fẹ́ dé àdè lọ school lẹ́nu so èmi àtẹ́jọ́ wà nù lẹ́nu. You hungry?
My neck.
Your nose. What's wrong with your nose? Your nose. Kí ló ṣe nose ẹ? You want to blow it?
Yeah.
Where's the tissue? You're hungry? No, come here. No, don't touch the kitchen roll. You're wasting the kitchen roll. You're hungry? You want what? Okay, all right. You want me to make it now?
Yeah.
So you're hungry then? I'm gonna make it now. Yeah, come, stand up. Yeah, stand up. Yeah, blow your nose. Yeah, blow it. Blow it. I'm not showing them what to do. I'm Hey, Yomi, I have party program. She my battery, she my shake it down the kitchen. I left my one vision down on it. Hey, I don't pay you. A mana. I didn't put it on. Yeah, man, we were talking about paying one big call. Àwọn kọ́lá lágbára ló wà níbí báyìí lédè ń sìn yàn. Àwọn kọ́lá lágbára tó yẹ kí n join nílé yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ n fi sí airpod. Ẹ má bàa gbọ́n àwọn tó ń pè. It's a conference call. Okay. Kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ make sure pé ilé ló pick. Ṣẹ́dẹ̀ kọ́ ló pick yẹn ló ń pick. Conference call ni. Èrò rẹ̀ pọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ báyìí. Ó ga jù. All right, èèyàn wa mo ní láti gbọ́ call, it wà very urgent. Ẹ jẹ́ n bá call yẹn kí n gbọ́. So tí bá ti gbọ́, ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa wúlò fún wa. Àwọn àgbàlagbà call ni. Ó ń bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ báyìí. So thank you so much. Have a very good afternoon. Bye for now.